Welcome to Chinese Novel Audiobook. Chapter 21. I am willing to wait. Dear passengers, we have arrived at our destination, Shanghai. Please take your luggage with you and get off the plane in an orderly manner. Dear passengers, we have arrived at our destination, Shanghai. Please take your luggage with you and get off the plane in an orderly manner. Dear passengers, we have arrived at our destination, Shanghai. Please take your luggage with you and get off the plane in an orderly manner. The voices of flight attendants could be heard one after another in the cabin. Wake up, we've arrived. Chen Feng slowly opened his eyes and looked out the window. It was just past 5 o'clock and the sky outside was just getting slightly brighter. Chen Feng patted Lu Shuyun and asked her to get up from him. Lu Shuyun was as sleepy as a kitten and subconsciously snuggled into Chen Feng's arms. Obviously he doesn't want to get up. Who could have imagined that a female CEO in her 20s would lie like a cat in the arms of a boy 10 years younger than her? Let's go, the flight attendant will urge us soon. Chen Feng patted Lu Shuyun's back gently again and asked her to get up. The passengers on the plane have started to get off the plane one after another. They were the only two who remained motionless in their seats. All right, only then did Lu Shuyun reluctantly stand up. I have to admit that I was attracted to this boy who was 10 years younger than me. Although he is younger than her, he is indeed the most attractive boy she has ever seen. She couldn't resist at all. After getting off the plane, the two walked quietly side by side. I wasn't in a hurry to take a taxi home. Now that they have successfully arrived in the Magic City, those people dare not let Solacean cause trouble in the Magic City, so at least their lives are not in danger. I have something to tell you. Halfway through the journey, at this moment, Chen Feng suddenly spoke. Ah, what is it? Lu Shuyun blinked her beautiful eyes and looked at Chen Feng with some expectation. Are you going to confess to me? Should I accept it? Lu Shuyun's heartbeat began to accelerate. A blush quietly appeared at the base of her ear. 2 years. Give me 2 years. I'm willing to wait. Before Chen Feng could finish his words, Lu Shuyun hooked her arms around Chen Feng's neck and threw herself on him. FK the age gap. I just know that I feel comfortable being with Chen Feng. Chen Feng was stunned. Is it so direct? That's not what I'm talking about. A woman is like a wolf at 30 and like a tiger at 40. The ancients did not deceive me. Although he was misunderstood by Lu Shuyun, Chen Feng didn't want to explain. He is not a fool. It is inevitable that men and women will develop feelings for each other when they are in the same room. What's more, Lu Shuyun is an extremely charming woman. He couldn't find a reason to refuse. After this incident, Lu Shuyun's mood was obviously much better. He held one of Chen Feng's arms with both arms and rested his head on his shoulder. The haze of separation was swept away. Instead, there was a look of happiness. Lu Shuyun herself never thought that she would get a boyfriend after going out. He quietly raised his head and looked at Chen Feng's profile. Snort. She also said that she is an old woman. You are still impressed by my charm. A little pervert who says one thing and thinks another. Chen Feng, what are your plans for the next few days? Do you want to stay in Mewtwo and wait for the college entrance examination before going back, or go back to Shuangyang City later? Lu Shuyun asked. Do you want me to leave or stay? Chen Feng turned his head and teased Lu Shuyun. Of course I hope you stay. Humph, whether you leave or stay has nothing to do with me. Halfway through her words, Lu Shuyun realized that Chen Feng was trying to trick her, and she quickly changed her tone in a proud manner. Ha ha ha. Seeing Lu Shuyun like this, Chen Feng laughed unkindly. This is the true appearance of Lu Shuyun now. Snort. You'll laugh at me. Lu Shuyun pinched Chen Feng's waist hard in dissatisfaction. Okay, I plan to stay in the Magic City for a few days and go back when the college entrance examination is coming. Chen Feng spoke truthfully. One of the branches of the Yanwang Region Pokémon Alliance is located in Mewtwo. The level of its trainers is also ranked among the best in the country. Now that I'm here, it would be a shame not to fight with these trainers. The training efficiency in Shanghai will be higher than that in Shuangyang City. He still has 4 days before the college entrance examination, so he has plenty of time. Real. Very good. Lu Shuyun couldn't control her excitement when she heard this. In this way, he could stay with Chen Feng for a few more days. I'm back. 2 hours later, Chen Feng followed Lu Shuyun to Lu Shuyun's residence. A luxurious villa. Lu Shuyun opened his arms and shouted towards the room. Meow. Lu Shuyun shouted towards the room. Immediately afterwards, a gray figure rushed out of the room and rushed into Lu Shuyun's arms. Pokémon. Purugly. Attribute. Normal. Gender. Female. Level. 52. Ability. I do what I want because I do what I want, it won't turn into a chaotic contest condition. Moves. Quick attack, grab, swagger, high five, hypnosis. 52 high level. The level of this big fat cat is actually 52. Chen Feng was a little shocked. Not all Pokemon can reach level 52 through training and battles. This depends not only on the talent of the Pokemon, but also on the training level of the trainer. The absolute number of Pokemon can only reach level 40 in their lifetime and cannot be further upgraded. But if you think about her identity, you will understand. It's not surprising that the president of a branch in a Century City has one or two talented, high-level Pokemon. Xiao Wei, did you miss me? Lu Shuyun rubbed Purugli's fat Doduo's body affectionately with her cheek. Purugly is originally a fat Pokemon. Under Lu Shuyun's feeding, this Purugly is fatter than the normal Purugly. But also more lovely. Chen Feng even suspected that he got his level 52 by eating. Meow, meow, meow. The master is finally back. Purugly called out with a look of enjoyment. Xiao Wei, this is Chen Feng, my boyfriend. Lu Xian put Purugly down, leaned on Chen Feng's chest and introduced Chen Feng to Purugly. Meow meow, boyfriend, what is this? Can I eat it? Purugly tilted his head and called out in confusion. I can't eat it, but I can make delicious food for you. Chen Feng squatted down and rubbed Purugly's head affectionately. It's soft and furry and very comfortable. No wonder Giovanni also likes to pet cats. Would you like to have a cat yourself? Meowth, meowth, meowth. Food. Little Gray wants to eat. When she heard about food, Lu Shuyun's Purugly started to spin around Chen Feng excitedly, even showing her belly to charm Chen Feng. Really? I'm obviously her owner, how come I have such a good relationship with you? Lu Shuyun curled her lips in dissatisfaction. It feels like the daughter I raised was coaxed away by a few words from others. Chapter 22. Cats love fish. Come out, Phoebus. The Poké Ball flashed red. A Phoebus that looked like it was covered in yellow spots appeared in the pool. Bobo finally came out. Phoebus swam happily in the pool. Are you really going to tell me the secret of Phoebus evolution? Aren't you afraid that I'll default on my debt after I find out? Lu Shuyun asked as she looked at the stinky fish swimming in the pool. After a simple breakfast, Chen Feng told her that he would tell her the secret of how Phoebus evolves into melodic today. Not really. 1 billion may seem like a lot, but it's a drop in the bucket for Century Metropolis. You don't need to save 1 billion Alliance coins for Century Metropolis and even give up the boyfriend you finally found. Chen Feng said indifferently. She was not worried at all that Lu Shuyun would refuse to pay her after knowing this method. Lu Shuyun bought these things on behalf of Century Capital in order to increase his voice in the family. There's absolutely no need to lie to him. They were cautious before because they were not familiar with each other and were both worried about being deceived. But now it's different. The basic trust relationship is in place and has even developed to this stage. It's no fun to play those empty games anymore. Go to hell, what do you mean by finally finding a boyfriend? There are so many people pursuing me. It's just that I don't like those people. Lu Shuyun pushed Chen Feng and puffed out her chest with a proud look on her face. Why do you need so much money? Lu Shuyun asked curiously. She remembered that when she first met Chen Feng said that he needed money, a lot of money. It is said that men become bad once they have money, so you have to be on guard against them. Start a business, what else can I do? Chen Feng answered truthfully. This is different from the rockets, there is nothing to hide. Lu Shuyun has a lot of management experience, so tell her that maybe she can help you. Start a business, Lu Shuyun exclaimed. He is worthy of being the man I like. At his age, others are still spending their parents' money, but her boyfriend has started his own business. And he started from scratch. It all depends on yourself. Lu Shuyun admired Chen Feng more and more. That's right. Whether you want to invest or not, the prospects are very good. It won't be a problem for you to surpass Century City in less than 2 years. You're just bragging. It's still 2 years ahead of the Century Metropolis. Lu Shuyun rolled her eyes at Chen Feng. Still likes to brag as always. Last time I said I knew everything. This time he even boasted that he would surpass Century Metropolis within 2 years. Do you need my help? Although Lu Shuyun didn't believe it, she still hoped that Chen Feng could make a career. Which girl doesn't want her boyfriend to be successful? There's one thing I need your help with. Don't you have a Pokemon business in Century City? I want to buy some Houndour and Zubat. Chen Feng said to Lu Shuyun. Houndour and Zubat are the Pokemon that Chen Feng prepared for Zhang Shuiwei and others to join the team. Chen Feng thought about this Pokemon for a long time before choosing it. Houndour has the attributes of fire and evil, and has a wide range of attack surfaces. And Houndour is a dog-type Pokemon with a keen sense of smell, which will not allow the target to escape easily. Zubat can detect the enemy's position through the emitted supersonic waves, which makes it a mobile radar machine. That's easy. How much do you want? I'll have someone mail it to you later. Lu Shuyun agreed without even thinking about it. Although Houndour is relatively rare, this Pokemon is very popular among trainers in the market, so in order to meet the market demand, they all have breeding Houndour. As for Zubat, it's even easier. Just go to a cave and catch a bunch of them. Let's start with 20. Just deduct the money from the 900 million. Don't give those guys any leverage. Chen Feng pondered for a moment and decided to buy 20 of each Pokemon to join Team Rocket. Okay, I understand. Lu Shuyun felt warm inside. Although she is the president of the Century Metropolis branch, Century Metropolis is not hers after all, and she is only responsible for operations and management. If I give some Pokemon to Chen Feng, I will inevitably be targeted by his brothers and accused of being a traitor. Damage to the interests of the company. Lu Shuyun believed that her brothers were capable of doing such a thing. Bang! Just then, a splash of water burst out from the pool, attracting the attention of the two. I saw Lu Shuyun's Purugly in the pool with a Phoebus in its mouth. Xiao Wei, you can't eat that. Seeing this, Lu Shuyun immediately shouted to stop them. This Phoebus is the protagonist of today. Phoebus kept swinging his tail in Purugly's mouth, struggling to break free. Meow. Purugly finally relaxed his mouth after hearing his owner's warning. Like a child who had done something wrong, he crawled up from the shore and came to Lu Shuyun's side with his head hung. Chapter 23. Counterattack Phoebus. Pop, pop. Meowth, who was rescued by Meowko, was like normal, a frightened bird. He quickly dived to the bottom of the water and dared not to show his head again. Now is the time for you to witness the miracle. Chen Feng stood up and shouted towards the pool. Clownfish, do you want to defeat Purugly? Retaliate? Gurgle gurgle. As soon as Chen Feng finished speaking, a few bubbles appeared in the pool. Then Phoebus' figure gradually emerged from the water. Boji Boji, I think. Phoebus blew out a few bubbles and replied. Then are you the most beautiful Pokemon in the world? Chen Feng continued to shout. Hearing Chen Feng's words, Phoebus, who had been full of fighting spirit just now, instantly became dejected. I'm not. I'm a Phoebus. Phoebus blew a few more bubbles and replied. Then it slowly sank into the pool. No, you are. You are the most beautiful Pokemon in the world. Appearances are nothing but skin and bones. Inner beauty is the real beauty. Beautiful appearances are all alike, but interesting souls are rare to find. You are the most beautiful Pokemon in the world. Chen Feng shouted towards the pool. Lu Shuyun couldn't quite understand Chen Feng's actions. Could it be that flattery is the secret to evolving Phoebus into melodic? Gurgle, gurgle. Phoebus popped his head out again, his eyes, which had just been dull, now filled with hope again. Pop, pop, am I really the most beautiful Pokemon in the world? Phoebus was a little skeptical. From birth to now, the words he heard most often were, wow, it's so ugly. How can there be such an ugly Pokemon? Today was the first time someone praised it as the most beautiful Pokemon in the world. Inner beauty is the real beauty. Beautiful appearances are all alike, but interesting souls are rare to find. Yes, you are the most beautiful Pokemon. Chen Feng nodded in confirmation. Pochi, I am the most beautiful Pokemon in the world. Hearing Chen Feng's certainty, Phoebus jumped out of the water excitedly, made a circle in the air, and fell into the water. This is a trust that is affirmed. Seeing that the time was ripe, Chen Feng took out a colorful scale from the system backpack and threw it to Phoebus. Phoebus next. Boji. Phoebus leaps out of the water and bite prism scale forward. Just as Phoebus caught the prism scale, a magical scene happened. The white evolutionary light enveloped Phoebus' entire body. This is evolved. Seeing this scene, Lu Shuyun stood up in shock. Phoebus really starts to evolve melodic. Evolve from the ugliest Pokemon in the world to the most beautiful Pokemon in the world. Something that even Pokemon researchers were helpless to solve was finally solved by Chen Feng. After a moment, a Pokémon with a mainly off-white body color appeared in the water. Melodic has tentacles and pink hair like fins on its head, as well as long eyelashes. There are black spots on both sides of the neck like Phoebus, and the rainbow-like fan-shaped fish tail constantly beats the water surface. Melodic, the most beautiful Pokémon in the world, has the ability to calm negative forces. It lives in the depths of a clear lake, and when its body turns bright pink, it emits waves that heal a troubled heart. Melodic swam towards the shore and rubbed his head against Chen Feng's hand. Thank you, Zhaofeng. At the same time, a voice sounded from Chen Feng's mind. What is this? Telepathy. Chen Feng immediately checked Melodic's information. Pokémon. Melodic. Attribute. Water. Ability. Telepathy can communicate with the trainer's head through the mind, read the attacks of our Pokémon, and dodge them. Competitive. If the ability is lowered, the special attack will increase significantly. Level 15. Gender. Female. Moves. Water Pulse, Water Gun, Constriction, Refresh, Disarming Voice, Twister, Dragon Breath, Inherited. It's the telepathic ability. Chen Feng was a little shocked. Normally, Melodic has only 3 abilities: Magical Scales, Competitiveness, and Attract Body. These 3. And this Melodic actually has telepathy that is exclusive to psychic types. Not only that, but she also has the inherited Dragon Breath in her move set. This Melodic also has dragon bloodline hidden in him. It actually evolved. How did you do it? It's not really flattery. Lu Shuyun woke up from her shock. He quickly asked Chen Feng. It's simple. I want Phoebus to evolve into Melodic. The first step is to let Chow Chow recognize his or her own flash points, discover his or her own beauty, and build up confidence from within. Once Phoebus has built up confidence from within, using the Prism Scale will allow Phoebus to evolve into Melodic. You can also use Prism Scale, but it will be less efficient. Chen Feng explained. I see. No wonder you kept praising Phoebus. Lu Shuyun nodded in sudden realization. I didn't expect there would be such a magical way of evolution. It has something to do with the Pokémon's heart. Lu Shuyun couldn't help but marvel at the magic of Pokémon. Among the Pokémon discovered so far, the known ways to evolve include increasing levels, evolution stones, black and white knight, and intimacy values. Now there is one more beauty value. It's amazing. Come back, Melodic. Chen Feng put Melodic back into the Poké Ball. It was not returned to Lu Shuyun, but as his second Pokémon. There is only one Beedrill now, and it is on the crest of the wave. There is an urgent need to expand the team. Chapter 24. Battle Tower. Will you be back tonight? Lu Shuyun stood at the door and tidied Chen Feng's clothes. Chen Feng will go out to find someone to train soon. Come back. If you don't come back, where will I sleep? Chen Feng raised his eyebrows at Lu Shuyun and gave a wicked smile. Just thinking bad things. Lu Shuyun rolled her eyes at Chen Feng. Okay, I'm leaving then. Well, be careful on the road. After saying goodbye to Lu Shuyun, Chen Feng began his journey in the Magic City. It's definitely not the same in Shanghai as it is in Shuangyang City. Wandering around the park looking for a trainer. Here is a building specially designed for trainers. Battle Tower, Oriental Pearl. The Oriental Pearl Tower is 468 meters high and has 263 floors. The famous flying type gym, Luyun Gym. It is located on the top floor of the Oriental Pearl Tower. The trainer of Luyun Gym is named Gan Fengyu. Elite level trainer. Gan Fengyu is not only a trainer at Luyun Gym. He also serves as the elite of the flying department in East China region. So far, no more than 100 people have been able to obtain the badge from Gan Fengyu. Because Yanwang Alliance region is vast and rich in resources. For the convenience of management, Yanwang Alliance divides the Yanwang region into 5 major areas. North China region, South China region, Central China region, East China region, and West China region. Each district has an alliance branch. Each area has 4 elite level trainers and 1 champion level trainer. Therefore, there are a total of 25 current elites and champions in Yanwang region. Finally, the 5 strongest trainers will be selected from these 25 to represent the elite and champion of the Yanwang region. It is this competition system that has led to the strong dominance of Yanwang region trainers in the international professional arena. The Battle Tower is a characteristic building in the East China region. Every day, countless trainers come to the Battle Tower to compete with other trainers and improve their own strength. Here you don't have to worry about not being able to find rival. Battle Tower. I am coming, Chen Feng murmured as he looked at the battle tower rising into the sky. Following the trend, Chen Fengxiang stepped into the Oriental Pearl Tower. Nurse Joy, please register me. Yes, sir. Please show me your trainer card or ID card. Wow, look at how intense the battle is on the 13th floor. Is this a duel between professional trainers? I'm so excited. Look at Battle Room 3 on the 29th floor. His Lucario has won 10 games in a row. He's too strong. Yes, I feel like his ability is at the level of a mid-level trainer. Chen Feng stepped into the sensor-activated glass door. What comes into view is the spacious reception room. Sofas and coffee tables can be found everywhere. There were also plates filled with fruit on the tables. Some trainers sat on the couch or in a small circle to share their understanding of Pokémon. Some trainers lined up and signed up for the Battle Tower Challenge. There was an endless stream of discussions and exclamations. You can faintly hear the rumbling sound of fighting coming from upstairs. On the other side of the reception room, there is a corridor. 5 Pokémon emergency rooms are designed in the corridor to prevent Pokémon from fighting too fiercely, resulting in the Pokémon not being treated in time and their injuries worsening. Dozens of high-definition projectors are hung on the metal walls of the reception room. It broadcasts exciting Pokémon battles for everyone to enjoy and learn from. Feel the strong fighting atmosphere. Chen Feng couldn't help but look forward to the next battle. Hello, I want to participate in the challenge of the Battle Tower. After waiting in line for half an hour, it was finally Chen Feng's turn. Chen Feng came to the front desk Nurse Joy and spoke. Okay, please show me your ID or trainer card. Nurse Joy smiled. The trainer card is an identity certificate exclusive to professional trainers. The trainer's information is recorded on it. Can be used as a substitute ID. However, the ID card cannot be used in place of the trainer card. Chen Feng has not yet participated in the professional rating, so naturally he doesn't have such a thing. I had no choice but to silently take out my ID card and hand it to Nurse Joy at the front desk. Okay, sir, we have registered you. The total fee is 1,000 Alliance coins. Would you like to pay by card or cash? Nurse Joy smiled after a moment. Swipe the card. Chen Feng took out his mobile phone and prepared to pay. The Battle Tower venue is naturally not free to use. The maintenance costs of the venue and staff salaries all cost money. He knew about it before he came. For a trainer like him who has no professional rating, it costs 1,000 yuan to use it once. Of course, if you are strong, you can keep using it until you lose. The reason why the fee is set so high is simply because the number of unrated trainers is too large. Prevent them from abusing it. When you become a junior professional trainer, the cost of using it is 500 per time. Just cut it in half. The higher the grade, the cheaper the price. Okay, sir, here is your ID card and room number. After Chen Feng paid the fee, Nurse Joy handed him his ID card and a room door card. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 25, Killing the Heart. Battle Room 3 on the 3rd floor. This is it. Chen Feng took the room card and took the elevator to the 3rd floor. I checked the room number on the opposite door and confirmed that there was no problem. Swipe card to enter. After Chen Feng pushed the door and entered, there was already a young man of similar age waiting for him inside. It seems that he is also a candidate this year. I want to use this last time to improve myself. You are my rival. Looking at your cheap outfit, it must have taken you a long time to convince your parents to let you come. But you are really unlucky to have met me. $1,000 around. Seeing Chen Feng coming in, the young man crossed his arms across his chest with a look of pride on his face. It's as if no one cares about him. Ha! Chen Feng was slightly stunned. Is the atmosphere so tense? Allow yourself around. But, I like. Then it depends on whether you have the ability to do it. Go ahead, Beedrill. Chen Feng took out a Poké Ball from his waist and threw it upwards. Accompanied by a flash of red light, Beedrill fluttered his wings and hovered in midair. Ha ha ha, is this your Pokémon? Beedrill, level 22, is indeed a country bumpkin. When the boy saw Chen Feng's Pokémon, he smiled even more proudly. A redneck is a redneck. Although the level is not low, Beedrill is Beedrill. Chen Feng's mouth corners slightly raised. Beedrill's appearance is really a perfect weapon to pretend to be a pig and eat the tiger. Who would have imagined that this Beedrill's attack species strength is higher than Rayquaza's? Country bumpkin, let me show you the difference between us. As he said this, The boy took out a Poké Ball from his waist and ran upwards with all his strength. With a click, the Pokémon in the Poké Ball was released. A Luxio with a blue front half and a black back half appeared on the competition field. Luxio leaned forward slightly to confront Beedrill. Pokémon. Luxio. Attribute. Electricity. Ability. Intimidate. When this ability is used or acquired, the attack of all rivals within the attack range is reduced by 1 level. Level 20. Gender. Male. Jiaoshi. Quick attack ideographic, spark ideographic, tackle ideographic, leer ideographic, charge ideographic, bite. It's Luxio. Looks like he's been trained very well. Through the eye of insight, Chen Feng accurately obtained the information of the other party's Pokémon. The normal Luxio is about 0.9 meters tall, but this person's Luxio is about 1 meter tall. It is half a head taller than the regular Luxio. Obviously he was well educated, at least he had a good diet. You have good taste. I have carefully nurtured my Luxio. Hearing Chen Feng's praise, the young man raised his chin proudly. The monthly training cost of his Luxio is a considerable expense. But it's all worth it. But what a pity, such a good Luxio is about to be defeated by my Beedrill. Chen Feng curled his lips and looked at Luxio with regret. Maybe if he meets someone else, he can fight a few more rounds in this room. But meet yourself. Sorry, just 1 round. Ha 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 ha. You think you can defeat my Luxio with your Beedrill? The boy was not angry but happy, as if he had heard some huge joke. Looking at the young man who was laughing wildly, Chen Feng was a little confused. Even if his Beedrill is a normal Beedrill, the species strength is still 395 points. Your Luxio is only 363, not to mention the level difference is 2 levels. How can you be so confident of victory? Or was he deceived by the appearance of the Zerg? Boy, I'll let you attack first, so you can see the difference between us. The young man taunted Chen Feng and let Chen Feng attack first. Okay, don't regret it later. Chen Feng did not refuse, and he had no reason to refuse. He wanted to find some strong trainers to fight with, but this guy was obviously not one of them. It's better to end it as soon as possible. Beedrill, finish him off. Accompanied by Chen Feng's voice falling. Beedrill immediately used Twineedle with his dual guns, flapping his wings and flew towards Luxio. So fast. The smile on the boy's face suddenly stopped. The speed of this Beedrill exceeded that of any Beedrill he knew. In the blink of an eye, he arrived in front of Luxio. There's no way to avoid this move. Luxio, use Spark to defend. When the boy saw Luxio was close to his face, he had an idea. He quickly directed Luxio to defend. Sizzle, sizzle. As soon as the boy's voice fell, Luxio was wrapped in a layer of electricity. Spark, nice tactics, but it's a pity that I met him. Hearing the other party's instructions, Chen Feng looked at him with appreciation. It is worthy of being the location of the Pokémon Alliance branch. The level of trainers is indeed different. If it were someone else, the first thing they would probably think of is to let Luxio dodge. The boy wanted to use defense to cause damage to Beedrill. Spark is a move where it covers itself with electricity. Can be used for defense or attack. If Beedrill wants to attack Luxio, he must withstand the electric current of Spark. If you are lucky, you can even put your Beedrill into a paralysis contest condition. Using defense as offense is indeed a good tactic. But unfortunately, it was me who met him. Beedrill, don't be afraid, charge forward. Chen Feng shouted at Beedrill. Not afraid of Spark's attack at all. What? The boy was a little surprised. He thought the other party would let Beedrill dodge. But unexpectedly, he actually ordered Beedrill to continue attacking, hoping to exchange injuries for injuries. Bang! Luxio was knocked into the air, his eyes became like mosquito coils and he lost his ability to fight. There were only some black scorch marks on Beedrill's body, which were the spark damage he received when he attacked just now. Ding! Your Beedrill defeated the level 20 Luxio and gained 210 experience points. You have gained 35 points of combat value, and your current combat value is 305 points. 2 voices sounded in Chen Feng's mind one after another, announcing the result of the competition. It's still a flash sale. Unless it's a strong or rock-type Pokémon, no Pokémon of the same level can resist Beedrill's first attack. How is this possible? The young man looked at the scene in front of him with lifeless eyes. This Beedrill is fast. Why is the attack still so strong? There was only a 2-level difference, so why was my Luxio killed instantly? Oh my, It was killed instantly. You don't have any other Pokemon, do you? If you don't, you'll be eliminated in the next round. Chen Feng put away the Beedrill and walked up to the boy. He said with a playful smile. Killing someone is not enough, but it is also necessary to destroy their heart. You. The young man glared at Chen Feng with a red face. He literally has no other Pokemon left. Even if he had no confidence that he could defeat this Beedrill. Just wait for me, I will be back. The boy took Luxio back and stormed out of the door. Shame, such a huge shame. I was actually killed instantly by a Beedrill. He wanted others to be eliminated in the first round, but ended up being eliminated in the first round himself. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 26. The Challenge of a Junior Trainer. Melodic. Give him the final blow, Dragon Breath. Boom. Melodic blasts a stream of hot dragon breath from his mouth. Accurately bombarded Machoke. Ding. Your Melodic defeated the level 21 Machoke and gained 203 experience points. Ding. You gained 36 combat points. Your current combat value is 623 points. Two voices sounded in Chen Feng's mind. I lost. Machoke's trainer took Machoke back and admitted defeat openly. Thank you. Chen Feng clasped his hands together and said modestly. If others are polite to him, he will be polite to others. If someone speaks rudely to him, he will use his actions to make the other person regret their words and actions. Thank you for your hard work, Melodic, Beedrill. Since Chen Feng did not undergo any professional rating, Joy assigned him people who did not have any rating. And most of them are the same as Chen Feng. They are students in their third year of high school waiting for exams. Therefore, Chen Feng did not have much pressure in dealing with them. 10 games in a row were all wins. After this challenger left, Chen Feng began to use the power of Evergreen to restore the strength of Melodic and Beedrill. After 10 rounds of high-frequency battles, Beedrill and Melodic had consumed a lot of their physical strength. But the rewards are also huge. Beedrill's level has been raised to level 23. Among peers, this level is already considered outstanding. Melodic's level also increased from level 15 to level 16. What a beautiful Melodic. I want one too. Open black lens bracket. Melodic is indeed the most beautiful Pokemon. Close black lens bracket. Another 10-game winning streak. Why are there so many capable players today? Closing square bracket. Looking at his age, he seems to be a candidate this year, but I don't know which school he is from. Close black lens bracket. This Beedrill is too strong. The previous challengers were not rival. Closing square bracket. It's not as exaggerated as you say. Bug-type Pokemon have a fast evolution cycle, so they have an advantage in the early stage. When their Pokemon evolve to their final form, Bug-type Pokemon will not be able to survive. That's not necessarily true. Wasn't there a video a few days ago where a Beedrill crossed 30 levels and dragged a 51-level Salamence for a full 5 minutes? After Chen Feng defeated 5 rivals in a row, his battle was projected onto the high-definition monitor in the hall. For people in the hall to watch. People in the hall were talking about it. Including the Lucario from before. This is the second player to win 10 games in a row today. He actually has Melodic. The young man who had fought against Chen Feng before suddenly felt a burning sensation on his face. The clown was actually me. It's a pity that I had previously mocked the other person for using a Beedrill Pokemon. I didn't expect that the other party had a Melodic. Melodic is much rarer than his own Luxio. Ding, Trainer Chen Feng, you have achieved 10 consecutive wins in this challenge. Junior Trainer Ba Xiaoqin wants to spar with you. Do you agree? Just then, Nurse Joy's voice rang out from the corner of the training room. Junior Trainer. Chen Feng looked up at the speaker in the corner. In this world, trainers are divided into 5 official levels from low to high: primary trainer, intermediate trainer, senior trainer, elite trainer and elite trainer. In addition to these 5 levels, there are also quasi-elites among the people who are between elite trainers and elite trainers. After all, there are only a few elite positions. Some elite trainers with good abilities often call themselves quasi-elites. However, the official does not recognize quasi-elite trainers. To put it bluntly, if you cannot become an elite, you will ultimately be just an elite trainer. As for the champion, it is also an advanced title for elite-level trainers. If you want to become a professional trainer, you must first meet the following conditions. First, have at least 3 Pokemon. Second, pass the Pokemon Alliance practical test. Third, own 4 badges. Only after getting the approval of 4 gym trainers can you sign up for the Junior Trainer Professional exam. Once you pass the exam, you can officially become a professional trainer and receive an exclusive ID card issued by the Pokemon Alliance, the Trainer Card. Becoming a professional trainer will not only improve your status in society. In addition, various public facilities and Pokemon items can enjoy certain discounts. For example, the Oriental Pearl Tower Battle Tower. The price for professional trainers is much cheaper. So countless trainers want to become a professional trainer. So far, Chen Feng has never fought against any professional trainer. I accept the challenge, Chen Feng shouted into the loudspeaker. Come on, show me the difference between me and a professional trainer. Chen Feng's eyes were burning with fighting spirit. None of the peers he met were his rival. It's time to challenge to the next level. Okay, the game will start in an hour. You can try the Pokemon Center for free to restore your Pokemon. Have a good rest. At the same time, the hall outside was in an uproar. He actually agreed. He is very courageous. What kind of courage is this? I think he is just too proud and has no idea how powerful a professional trainer is. Maybe he can win, his Beedrill is something. If he wins, I will stand upside down and eat shit. Closing square bracket. It's been a while since I've looked forward to a battle so much. Close black lens bracket. In the hall, everyone heard Chen Feng accept the challenge. Everyone started talking. Even those intermediate and advanced trainers couldn't help but start looking forward to this battle. On one side is the rookie trainer who has won 10 consecutive games, and on the other side is a junior professional trainer. It's not that the two don't have the ability to fight. No one can tell who will win until the outcome is known. Chapter 27. Talent Scout. Mr. Chen Feng, these are your Pokemon. They are all in good spirits. At the Pokemon Center on the first floor, Nurse Joy returns Chen Feng's Beedrill and Melodic to him. In order to ensure the next battle, Beedrill and Melodic can respond with the best contest condition. Chen Feng went to the first floor specifically to ask Nurse Joy to check his Pokemon. Okay, please Nurse Joy. Chen Feng took the Poké Ball and thanked Nurse Joy. He is Chen Feng. I didn't expect him to be so handsome. He is handsome and strong, but I don't know if he has a girlfriend. Closing square bracket. I like it. If you like it, please give me your contact information. Closing square bracket. Just go, who's afraid of who? Closing square bracket. After hearing what Nurse Joy said, several female students at the Pokemon Center pointed at Chen Feng and talked about him. One of the girls was even instigated to ask Chen Feng for his contact information. Chen Feng rejected her on the grounds that he already had a girlfriend. An hour passed quickly. Everyone in the hall looked at the big screen showing the battle room number 3 on the 3rd floor. Looking forward to the matchup between this high school student with 10 consecutive wins and this junior professional trainer. Crack. A young and beautiful woman. She walked in wearing a professional suit and high heels. Hello, my name is Ba Xiaoqin, and I'm a talent scout. Ba Xiaoqin walked up to Chen Feng in high heels. He extended a hand and introduced himself. A talent scout. Chen Feng was puzzled. If he remembered correctly, wasn't this just about poaching people to become celebrities? Yes, I'm a talent scout. You should know why I'm looking for you. Ba Xiaoqin smiled slightly. Her job is to find people who are suitable to be celebrities from the crowd. From the moment Chen Feng approached the hall, Ba Xiaoqin noticed him. There was no way, it was hard for her not to notice Chen Feng's face. Young and handsome, he is definitely a gift from God. But having a pretty face isn't enough. Ba Xiaoqin still wants to see his strength. Calculate Chen Feng's strength based on how long he stays in there. Pokemon battles are a must to become an iconic celebrity. But who knew that Chen Feng would give her a big surprise? Not only did he win 10 games in a row, he also had the most beautiful Pokemon in the world, Melodic. This is simply a natural-born celebrity. Just based on his looks and Melodic, he can attract countless fans. Seeing this, Ba Xiaoqin couldn't hold back any longer and found Nurse Joy to get in touch with Chen Feng through a fight. So you came to me to make me a celebrity? Chen Feng finally understood that this woman named Ba Xiaoqin did not come to him for a battle, but wanted him to be a celebrity. You are very smart, how about you think about it? With our training, you can definitely become a celebrity with millions of fans. Ba Xiaoqin said confidently. He believed that a young boy like Chen Feng would never be able to withstand such captivation. What are you doing? Are you going to fight or not? Close black lens bracket. I waited in vain, it turns out to be a talent scout. Close black lens bracket. It's over, it's boring, boring. Close black lens bracket. I thought there would be a battle that would excite me, but this is it. This is it. Closing square bracket. Dot 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 dot. The audience who were preparing to watch the game in the hall saw this scene. They all shook their heads in disappointment. They also believed that Chen Feng could not resist this captivate. After all, being a celebrity or an internet influencer can really make money. How could an 18-year-old boy like him withstand such captivation? But Chen Feng's answer surprised everyone. Chen Feng's face turned cold, he turned around and said coldly, "Sorry, I have no interest in being a celebrity. I'm here to improve myself, not to be a celebrity. If you're not here to fight me in a Pokemon battle, the entrance is right there. Don't interrupt my training. Nurse Joy, please help me arrange the next challenger." When Chen Feng heard that the other party was not coming to fight him, he lost interest instantly and asked Junsha to arrange the next challenger for him without any mercy. I waited in vain. I thought I could fight with a professional trainer. Who knew that the other party's purpose was not to compete with him at all? If you're not here to compete with me, why should I waste my words on you? Good boy, you have guts. I support you. Closing square bracket. Well said, we are here to improve ourselves, not to be celebrities. Closing square bracket. Get out. Get out. Open black lens bracket little brother, I will be your rival. Close black lens bracket. Dot 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 dot. Chen Feng's answer received countless praises. This boy is good. At the same time, at the top of the battle tower, Gan Fengyu couldn't help but praise when he saw the images on the screen. There are not many young people nowadays who can resist this kind of captivation. Gan Fengyu continued to watch the big screen with great interest, looking forward to how things will develop next. Ba Xiaoqin glared at Chen Feng. She never expected that the other party would refuse so bluntly. He began to drive her away mercilessly. As a talent scout, she is flattered by thousands of people wherever she goes. When have I ever suffered such injustice? Okay, since you want to fight, I'll satisfy you. Ba Xiaoqin said angrily, gritting her teeth. Don't you want to fight? Then I will satisfy you. Defeat you in the area you are best at, and then devalue you to nothing. Today she was going to teach this ignorant young man a lesson. Go, my baby. Ba Xiaoqin then released her Pokémon. As the Poké Ball flashed red, a swallow flapped its wings and floated in the air above the training ground. Hoot hoot. Kid, this is my Pokémon, Swellow. If you are scared now, apologize to me immediately. Otherwise, don't blame my Swellow men for being merciless later. Ba Xiaoqin released her Pokémon to threaten Chen Feng. She is full of confidence in this battle. Not only is her Swellow 8 levels higher than Beedrill's, it also restrains Beedrill in terms of attributes. Just ask how you lose. Oh, I hope your strength won't disappoint me. Chen Feng turned his head and laughed dryly twice. Level 31 Swellow. The level is indeed not low. But his Beedrill has faced off against a level 51 Salamence. If the trainer's command level is not good enough, the level 31 Swellow is not good enough. Chapter 28, Playfulness. How shameless. Swellow, use Aerial Ace. Ba Xiaoqin immediately ordered Swellow to attack. Aerial Ace is a move that has a 100% chance of hitting in the game. In reality, it is impossible to achieve 100% hit rate. But it's almost the same. When Aerial Ace is spinning, its speed will suddenly increase. The attack was so unexpected that countless Pokémon were unable to dodge it. Ba Xiaoqin wanted to use this trick to kill Beedrill in one blow. Let this arrogant boy see how powerful he is. But reality is not a game. There is no such thing as a 100% sure hit. There are ways to resolve all moves. Hoot hoot. Swellow flapped its wings and tackled Beedrill fiercely. You're too slow. Beedrill, get away from him. Although Swellow's speed is not slow, it is still too slow compared to Beedrill. As Chen Feng gave the order, Beedrill turned sideways and moved his body slightly. Swellow passed Beedrill. HMPH, do you think that's it? It's not over yet. Seeing this, Ba Xiaoqin thought that Chen Feng had never seen the Aerial Ace move, and thought that this move was just rushing straight ahead. Ba Xiaoqin sneered inwardly, feeling that victory was already in her grasp. This Beedrill. It seems that I haven't exerted my full strength yet. On the other side, Gan Fengyu was watching the game at the top. I was very sensitive and noticed that this Beedrill did not use its full strength when dodging Swellow's attack just now. As a flying type elite, he is very sensitive to flying type moves. He knew how difficult it was to dodge this move. But judging from the performance of this Beedrill, it seems to be very relaxed. Even though there is an 8-level difference in level, there is still such performance. It can be seen that the real strength of this Beedrill is not as good as the Battle Watch shows. In fact, to a trainer of his level, no one will use the Battle Watch to check the information of the other Pokémon. It all depends on your feeling to evaluate the strength of a Pokémon. After all, it is a man-made auxiliary tool and it is not necessarily guaranteed to be 100% accurate. As far as Chen Feng was concerned, this Beedrill was far superior to the watch. Hoot hoot. Inside the competition venue, Swellow's attack was dodged by Beedrill. It doesn't end there. Instead, it circled around and rushed towards Beedrill at an extremely fast speed. Be careful, it's coming around. Closing square bracket. If this gets hit, it will definitely lose its combat capability. Close black lens bracket. The situation is not good. Closing square bracket. Open black lens bracket little brother, it's bad. Close black lens bracket. ... Seeing this, people in the hall began to worry about Beedrill. Ha ha ha, let's see where you can hide this time. Seeing that Chen Feng didn't react, Ba Xiaoqin thought that Chen Feng was frightened. No response came. You don't really think I've never seen what Aerial Ace looks like? Chen Feng looked sarcastic. Even if you haven't watched the anime from your previous life or played the games from your previous life. He is also a trainer with extensive combat experience. Traveled to this world for 10 days. On average, there are no less than 10 battles of varying sizes every day. This terrifying combat experience is enough to make him a qualified trainer. Beedrill, use double team. Chen Feng already had a strategy in mind and responded calmly. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Dozens of figures who looked exactly like Beedrill appeared in the training ground. It's no use, Swellow goes right through him. Accompanied by Ba Xiaoqin's tender voice. Gu. Swellow was seen making another arc. Go around to the other side of Beedrill double team and prepare to attack both double team and Beedrill itself. However, Ba Xiaoqin didn't know that this was exactly the effect Chen Feng wanted. When Aerial Ace returns, its speed will be increased to the extreme. Even Beedrill had trouble avoiding it. But if you use the shadow clone technique to deal with it, it will be easy to break the situation. If the opponent rushes forward directly, Swellow's attack will fall on the double team. If we follow Ba Xiaoqin's command, we can go around in a circle and attack all double teams and the main body at the same time. Then his speed will decrease, and Beedrill can easily dodge it. No matter which one, Beedrill can break the opponent's Aerial Ace move. Puff, puff, puff. Swellow crushed double team one after another. Just when it was about to attack Beedrill's main body. All I heard was Chen Feng saying calmly, Beedrill, get out of the way. At the critical moment, Swellow once again passed Beedrill by. Wow, amazing, I managed to dodge it again. Closing square bracket. Too strong, even Pokémon like Swellow can't hit him. Closing square bracket. I feel like this Beedrill is the one that fought against Salamence 2 days ago. I feel the same way, and the level difference is not that big. Closing square bracket. No way, this boy is only 18 years old, it is not possible for Breeder to produce such a heaven-defying Beedrill. Closing square bracket. It's not that it shouldn't be, it's that Breeder has already appeared. Can't you see that the strength of this Beedrill has exceeded the level strength it should have? Closing square bracket. The 2 consecutive passing each other shocked everyone in the hall. I even started to suspect that Chen Feng's Beedrill was the same Beedrill that fought fiercely with Salamence a few days ago. In the battle tower, there were many people with unique vision who recognized that Beedrill was not normal. Damn it, I got dodged again. See attack smack down empty. Ba Xiaoqin gritted her teeth. The 2 attacks just now were almost able to hit the opponent. Interesting. Gan Fengyu on the top floor was spinning a pen and watching the game with great interest. He doesn't know whether others have noticed it or not. But he saw it. The teenager was toying with the junior trainer. If she didn't have any other tricks, she would probably have failed miserably. Swellow, let's encore. Unwilling to give up, Ba Xiaoqin once again commanded Swellow to launch an Aerial Ace attack. Idiot. Hearing Ba Xiaoqin's command, Chen Feng cursed inwardly. Since Beedrill is fast, why not start using moves to slow Beedrill down? Instead, continue to attack. Chapter 29. Victory. If this is all you have, then stop here. Beedrill, use Twineedle, interrupt him. Watch as Swellow flies towards Beedrill again. Begins commanding Beedrill to counterattack. Buzz. Beedrill fluttered his wings and tilted his body slightly. When passing by Swellow, he raised his two guns and stabbed Swellow's abdomen fiercely. Not good. Swellow, use Quick Guard. Seeing Beedrill's double guns lit up, Ba Xiaoqin was shocked and shouted, "Oh no." He quickly directed Swellow to defend. I made a mistake in command. I should have slowed him down first. Hoot hoot. Just as Beedrill was about to attack Swellow, a blue barrier suddenly lit up from Swellow's body. Wrap Swellow up and block Beedrill's attacks. What a pity. I was just one step away from winning Swellow. Closing square bracket. Yeah, professional trainers are not so easy to deal with. They can react to this. However, it is already amazing that this boy can achieve this level. Once Badge is strong enough, he will definitely be able to pass the assessment of a junior trainer with this Beedrill. Call. See Swellow successfully use Quick Guard. Ba Xiaoqin breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, I managed to hold off, otherwise, as a professional trainer, I would have lost to a student who has not yet been rated. This would have been a huge loss of face. It's not over yet. Beedrill quick attack, catch up. As soon as Chen Feng finished speaking, Beedrill fluttered his wings like a ray of white light and chased after Swellow. In the blink of an eye, he was behind Swellow. Seeing Beedrill chasing after her, Ba Xiaoqin was not at all panicked. Immediately command Swellow to attack again. You are still too young. Let me teach you what Pokemon battles are today. Swellow, now is the time to use Aerial Ace. At such a short distance, there is absolutely no way for Beedrill to dodge. Hoot hoot. Swellow, who was about to be caught up by Beedrill, yelled. It suddenly turned around, drew an arc in the air, and attacked Beedrill from behind. See how you can hide this time. Ba Xiaoqin didn't believe that at this distance, Beedrill would have time to react. The corners of Chen Feng's mouth rose slightly. Everything went as he imagined. He naturally knew that at this distance, Swellow's Aerial Ace could not be avoided. But, not long ago, Chen Feng used the Eye of Insight to check Beedrill's information. I found out that this guy actually stole Swellow's Aerial Ace. If he hadn't had the Eye of Insight, he wouldn't have known that his Beedrill was so talented. I saw Swellow's Aerial Ace once and stole it from him. Do you think you're the only one who knows Aerial Ace? Beedrill, we use Aerial Ace too. What? Ba Xiaoqin opened her mouth wide in disbelief. It was as if I had heard something from the Arabian Nights. Beedrill uses Aerial Ace. How is this possible? I must have heard it wrong, or the other party must have made a mistake in command. Following Chen Feng's instructions, Beedrill drew an arc in the air and quickly went behind Swellow. This is impossible. Ba Xiaoqin stared at the scene in front of her with eyes wide open in disbelief. I didn't hear it wrong, and the other party didn't make any mistakes in command. This Beedrill really knows how to use Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace, it's Aerial Ace. Closing square bracket. Oh my god, this is fake. Beedrill actually used Aerial Ace. Closing square bracket. This Beedrill is so talented that it can even learn Aerial Ace. Closing square bracket. The onlookers were all shocked. Aerial Ace is a flying type move, not a bug type or poison type move. Beedrill cannot learn through his own genetic inheritance. If you want to learn Aerial Ace, you have to undergo the corresponding training. And the difficulty is not as high as normal. At the same time, Gan Fengyu, who was watching the battle at the top, stood up from his seat with a look of disbelief on his face. Beedrill did use Aerial Ace, but judging by the movements, it was obvious that he was not familiar with it. It's like I just learned it. If he had just learned it, then this talent would be terrifying. Swellow, use Quick Guard. Ba Xiaoqin wanted to use the same trick again and let Swellow use Quick Guard to defend. Too late. Beedrill, finish him off. Beedrill is already fast, and Aerial Ace accelerates during its spin. Swellow didn't even react, hit directly by Beedrill. Gu. A miserable growl of Swellow was heard. Swellow is attacked by Beedrill and begins to fall. Beedrill, seize the opportunity and use Twineedle. Use Quick Guard. Watch as Beedrill charges towards Swellow. Ba Xiaoqin placed her hopes on the last Quick Guard. As long as he can defend against this move, he still has a chance to turn the situation around. The balance of victory had unknowingly tipped towards Beedrill. Following Ba Xiaoqin's command, green barriers began to flash on Swellow's body. But the barrier was only halfway used and had not yet wrapped around Swellow's body. The sound of glass breaking was heard. The barrier shattered directly. For moves like Quick Guard, the more times you use it consecutively, the greater the chance of failure. If you are lucky, you can use it twice, 3 times or even countless times in a row. But bad luck. Just like Swellow, any use without continuous use will fail. With Swellow, Quick Guard use failed. The battle ended with Beedrill winning. Open black lens bracket win. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket I really won. Close black lens bracket. It's so amazing, I actually won. If I were him, I could brag for a whole year. Open black lens bracket what a wonderful dual close black lens bracket. I haven't seen such frequent competitions for a long time. Close black lens bracket. ... There was a burst of cheers in the hall. They hadn't seen such a thrilling battle in a long time. This Beedrill gave them too many surprises and unexpected things. Ding, your Beedrill defeated the level 31 Swellow and gained 301 experience points. You have obtained a combat value of 47, and your current combat value is 670 points. You lose. Chen Feng walked up to Ba Xiaoqin with an expressionless face and announced the result of the competition. The junior professional trainer was indeed much stronger than the people he had fought before. If it weren't for the opponent's bad luck, he would have failed the second time he used Quick Guard. It will take some time for me to defeat Swellow. I actually lost. Ba Xiaoqin's eyes were lifeless and her legs were spread out on the ground. I, a professional trainer, actually lost to an unrated high school student. Moreover, he was defeated miserably and didn't attack the opponent even once. Chapter 30. Elite's Appreciation. Wei Zhe, what do you want from me? Zhu Liangshu wiped the sweat from his forehead with his sleeve and asked Zhang Shuiwei. The weather in June was still very hot even in the evening. Zhu Liangshu, who had been delivering takeout food all day, was reeking of sweat. Good, let's go and talk over there. Zhang Shuiwei took Zhu Liangshu to the Yijian cold drink shop. They each ordered a cold drink and sat down. Viagra, what a good thing. Zhu Liangshu asked curiously. Take a look at this first. Zhang Shuiwei handed Zhu Liangshu the invitation letter that Giovanni had given him. After Giovanni assigned him the task, the first person Zhang Shuiwei thought of was Zhu Liangshu. This person was the only one who came to care about him when he was thrown out by the fat boss's marsupial dragon. When the two of them were delivering food, their relationship was much better than others because they had the same interests. A piece of yellowed letter paper that looks cheap. Zhu Liangshu took it doubtfully and flicked it away carefully. Just a quick glance. Wei Zhe, you don't think what's written here is true? Zhu Liangshu looked incredulous. Is there such a good thing in the world? Just tell me if this is true, would you join Team Rocket? Zhang Shuiwei did not answer, but asked Zhu Liangshu instead. Look at Zhu Liangshu's attitude towards this matter. If Zhu Liangshu was more resistant, he would not say anything to Zhu Liangshu. If Zhu Liangshu wanted to join, he would tell Zhu Liangshu. Nonsense, if this is true, I'll be the first to join. Zhu Liangshu said without thinking. The letter said the Rockets would cover his sister's tuition and also support Zhang Shuiwei to become a trainer. The only condition is to obey the orders of their rocket team. In Zhu Liangshu's opinion, this is no different from working. It's the same as taking money and following other people's orders. The only difference is that the rocket's treatment is good, but the risks are also great. Perhaps others would hesitate, but Zhu Liangshu would not. Since you are working anyway, why not work for someone who treats you well? Looking at Zhang Shuiwei smiling at him, Zhu Liangshu looked around cautiously and asked carefully, Brother Wei, this can't be true, right? He still found it unlikely. How could such a good thing happen in this world? Zhang Shuiwei patted Zhu Liangshu on the shoulder and sighed earnestly. Good brother. Then Zhang Shuiwei showed Zhu Liangshu the balance and interest on his bank card. Tens, hundreds, thousands, millions, hundreds of thousands, millions. A full million. Wei Zhe, is this true? Zhu Liangshu stared at the balance on Zhang Shuiwei's bank card with wide eyes. A full 1 million alliance coins. He had never seen so much money in his life. Even on the SMS balance, the string of zeros is quite shocking. Yes, This 1 million is the startup capital that Boss Giovanni gave me to recruit members for Team Rocket. Zhang Shuiwei said truthfully. After Giovanni gave him 100,000 last time, he transferred another 900,000 to him later, totaling 1 million. As his startup capital, he recruited members for Team Rocket. How about it? Do you want to do it with me? Don't mention anything else. As long as I have a meal, my brother will never starve. Zhang Shuiwei asked Zhu Liangshuo. Viagra, do it. Zhu Liangshuo thought for a moment and spoke firmly. Damn, it doesn't matter who you do it to. Why should I suffer under this fat boss? Under their exploitation, you will never be able to make a breakthrough in your life. It was an exciting match. This boy is pretty good. Go and give him this invitation. Gan Fengyu watching the game at the top of the battle tower. After watching the entire game, I was very impressed by Chen Feng's strength. He then developed a love for talent and ordered his staff to hand an invitation letter to Chen Feng. Little brother, you are awesome. Come back tomorrow and I will have a competition with you. And me, I also want to see your Beedrill. Closing square bracket. Handsome guy, please add me in touch. I also want to raise a Beedrill. Close black lens bracket. Brother, do you want to sell your melodic? I will give you a high price. After defeating Ba Xiaoqin, Chen Feng left the room as it was getting late. As soon as I arrived in the hall, a group of people surrounded me with various ideas. Come back tomorrow. No. Chen Feng pushed the crowd away one by one and squeezed outside. Mr. Chen Feng, please wait a moment. Just then, a Nurse Joy caught up from behind. What else, Nurse Joy? Chen Feng turned his head and asked in confusion. I don't know what Nurse Joy wants from him. Mr. Chen, this is what Mr. Gan Fengyu asked me to give you. Mr. Chen can come and challenge the Luyun Gym after he has 3 Pokémon and obtains the title of Junior Qualified Trainer. Nurse Joy took out an invitation letter and handed it to Chen Feng. Report everything Gan Fengyu arranged to Chen Feng one by one. Wow. When the people around heard what Nurse Joy said, they were instantly shocked. FK the elite who is actually at the gym today. Closing square bracket. Little brother has a bright future. He was even appreciated by the elite. Close black lens bracket. This is not a challenge qualification, this is an instruction from an elite, I am jealous. Closing square bracket. I am jealous too. Not only is he handsome, but he is also so strong. Closing square bracket. Everyone around expressed envy. Not everyone can challenge the elite as the gym leader. Only advanced trainers and above are eligible to challenge Luyun Gym. And you have to make a reservation in advance. That's not all. If a challenger fails, he or she will not be allowed to make another appointment within 1 year. Otherwise, anyone can challenge, given the population base of Yanwang region. Gan Fengyu doesn't have to do anything else. Just stay here every day and wait for the trainer to challenge you. This is the only gym in the Yanwang region that has a challenge threshold. Gan Fengyu's sending of this invitation letter to Chen Feng was undoubtedly an appreciation of Chen Feng's strength. If only I could get Gan Fengyu's guidance. Better than the years of suffering Joshua himself. Ding, the mission is to create Team Rocket and recruit 10 Team Rocket members, the current mission is 2/10. At this moment, a voice sounded in Chen Feng's mind. Has Zhang Shuiwei started to act? Hearing the voice in his mind, Chen Feng was slightly stunned. The mission of the 10 Team Rocket members only requires 8 more people to complete. What are you still standing there for? Don't give me the invitation. Closing square bracket. It's useless even if I give it to you. Elite recognizes people, not invitations. It's useless even if you have this invitation. Open black lens bracket, hurry up and pick it up, little brother. Close black lens bracket. Mr. Chen, do you have any other questions? Nurse Joy saw Chen Feng standing there in a daze and asked curiously. Could it be that I was too excited? No reaction. However, Nurse Joy didn't know that Chen Feng's mind had already drifted away to who knows where. Hear Nurse Joy's voice. Only then did Chen Feng come back to his senses. He took the invitation with both hands. Thank Elite for me. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 31. I'm done pretending. I'm going to show my cards now. Ding, the mission is to create Team Rocket and recruit 10 Team Rocket members. The current mission is 3/10. Ding, the mission is to create Team Rocket and recruit 10 Team Rocket members. The current mission is 4/10. Ding, the mission is to create Team Rocket and recruit 10 Team Rocket members. The current mission is 5/10. On the way back to Lu Shuyan's home, system voices rang out in Chen Feng's mind. There are 5 of us now, and we are only halfway to completing the task. Chen Feng was very pleased with Zhang Shuiwei's efficiency. At this rate, we can complete the task almost tomorrow. We must also speed up the establishment of the company. Chen Feng thought to himself. Without a company to help him make money, 10 billion seems like a lot. But it simply can't sustain the rocket's operations for too long. Since the last communication with the headhunting company, the headhunting company has not contacted him in the past 2 days. I don't know whether the headhunting company has found a suitable manager for him. Ding ding ding. Chen Feng's phone rang. It was none other than the headhunting company that Chen Feng had just mentioned. Chen Feng was delighted. It seemed that the headhunting company had found the manager he needed. Speak of the devil, he will appear. Hello. Chen Feng answered the phone. Hello, Mr. Chen. Mr. Chen, we have found a suitable manager for you, but he wants to meet with you to have a chat. The voice of a headhunting company employee came over the phone. Want to meet and chat? Tell me about the other party's basic situation first. Chen Feng thought for a moment and replied. I want to get to know the other party's information first to see if it meets my requirements. Deciding whether to meet with the other party. No problem, Mr. Chen. The other party's name is Li Junhua. He used to be the boss of a company in Suzhou and Hangzhou that produced Pokémon products. Because my wife was seriously ill, I sold all my assets to pay for her medical treatment. I'm quite knowledgeable about Pokémon items. I'm currently unemployed and in urgent need of a job. The employee of the headhunting company introduced slowly. Do you run a company? After hearing the statement from the headhunting company, Chen Feng fell into deep thought. To be honest, he didn't want to find someone who started a company. According to his understanding, normal people who have been bosses don't want to work for others anymore. Chen Feng was worried that the other party would take his secret and leave. Develop a rival for yourself. Does the other party agree to my request? Chen Feng asked again. It is precisely because of Mr. Chen's harsh conditions that the other party wants to have a face-to-face meeting with you. The headhunting company employee answered truthfully. The conditions and treatment offered by Chen Feng were very good. But there was one condition that made countless people reject it. That is to sign a 30-year contract. Such a long labor contract has discouraged many interested people from applying. Only Li Junhua wanted to talk to Chen Feng. Okay, then tomorrow afternoon at 1400, I'll be waiting for him at the Magic City Battle Tower. Chen Feng decided to meet this man named Li Junhua. At the same time, the video of the battle between Chen Feng and Ba Xiaoqin was quietly spreading on the internet. Shuangzheng. Look at this video, it's Beedrill again, I feel like bug-type Pokemon is going to rise video. Chen Feng's classmate Shuangzheng posted a video titled, Beedrill playing with Swellow in the class group. Wu Guo. This Beedrill is ridiculously strong. Swellow has never touched Beedrill. Zhang Yuan. Of course, if I encounter it, I will definitely be killed instantly. I wonder which one is stronger, this Beedrill or the previous one. Li Fang. These two Beedrills can't be the same person. Xu Wan. Don't you think that Beedrill's trainer looks a bit like Chen Feng? Closing square bracket. Xu Wan looked at the video on her phone and asked in the group. Because the angle of the video was obtained by shooting the big screen with a mobile phone. So you can only see Chen Feng's side, but not the front. Xu Wan looked at the silhouette of Beedrill's trainer in the video and felt that he looked more and more like Chen Feng, especially his voice. Sounds more like Chen Feng. Sao Rufeng. Ha ha ha, I am dying of laughter. Miss Xu, do you know who is Swellow's trainer? Closing square bracket. Sao Rufeng. He is a professional trainer, how could he be Chen Feng? The person in the video Sao Rufeng saw looked a bit like Chen Feng, but he felt that this person couldn't be Chen Feng. Nothing else to say. Just this one junior trainer is not someone Chen Feng can defeat. Logan. The boss is right. How could that loser Chen Feng possibly defeat a professional trainer? Xu Wan. What right do you have to say that about Chen Feng? Closing square bracket. Open black lens bracket Sao Rufeng. Just because he is a poor guy. Close black lens bracket. Looking at the messages coming in on the phone. Chen Feng frowned, but not because Sao Rufeng and Logan insulted him. But Chen Feng didn't expect that his video would be spread so quickly. This time is different from last time. This time, there were countless people watching my fight. Now is the era of big data, although I am facing sideways in the picture. But anyone who wants to check can directly find his information. What a hassle. Chen Feng rubbed his temple. Indulging myself for a while would bring me so much trouble. If they can see it, the people from Shuangyang City Investigation Bureau can definitely see it as well. He still remembers how he treated Zhang Ling perfunctorily last time. I'm afraid there will be a lot of troubles when I return. Sure enough, it was just as Chen Feng expected. Shuangjang. Stop struggling, just click on the link and take a look. Now I just want to kneel down to Chen Feng, he is so awesome. Link. Just when Xu Wan and Cao Rufeng were arguing in the group, Shuangjang got a link from somewhere and sent it to the group. And he has great respect for Chen Feng. Wu Guo. Damn, boss Chen Feng is awesome. Closing square bracket. Tang Kashui. Within a day. Boss Chen Feng is awesome, breaking voice. Feng Yu. Boss Chen Feng is awesome. Roaring sound. In a park in a residential area of Shuangyang City, Xu Wan, who was walking, looked at the message on her mobile phone and fell silent. Name. Chen Feng. Age. 18. School. Shuangyang No. 11 Middle School. Pokémon. Level 24 Beedrill, Level 16 Melodic. Battle record. 110 consecutive victories in the same level in the battle tower, defeated the junior trainer Scout Ba Shaoqin by leaps and bounds, was appreciated by Gan Fengyu Elite and sent an invitation letter to Luyun Jim. The link sent by Shuangjang proved that the person who defeated the junior trainer in the video was Chen Feng. It turns out that he has become so strong. Xu Wan now feels that Chen Feng is so strange. He was completely different from the Chen Feng she knew. Pikachu, we have to work hard too. Xu Wan turned her head and said to the Pikachu lying on her shoulder. Pika, Pika. Pikachu stood up and patted his chest with his little hands. He he he. Seeing Pikachu's look of, leave it to me, Xu Wan covered her mouth and laughed. Then send a message to Chen Feng. Xu Wan. You big liar, I helped you so much before, but you didn't tell me that you became so strong angry. Chen Feng. Isn't this a surprise for you? Closing square bracket. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. Now that I've been discovered, I'm going to be frank. I won't pretend anymore. The person in the video is me. Close black lens bracket. Seeing the message sent by Xu Wan, Chen Feng did not hide anything and told the truth. His information has been dug up in such detail by enthusiastic netizens, there is no point in hiding it any further. Xu Wan. Surprise. I think it's astonish. Some people are probably praying not to see you on the court. Xu Wan replied to Chen Feng while smiling. It turns out that what Chen Feng said before, asking Cao Rufeng and Logan not to meet them, was true. No bragging. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. Blame me, spreading hands, close black lens bracket. Impossible, this is impossible. Cao Rufeng didn't believe the information he saw. How could that loser Chen Feng possibly own Melodic? How can he be so strong? A feeling of fear surged into Cao Rufeng's heart. He admitted that he was scared. Afraid of meeting Chen Feng in the examination room. Chapter 32. Zhang Ling's speculation. He's getting stronger again. I didn't expect that he was also from No. 11 Middle School. Li Mengxue muttered as she watched the video on her phone. When he fought against Chen Feng for the first time, Chen Feng's Beedrill was only level 19. And now his Beedrill should have grown to level 24. In just a few days, he was promoted to level 5. And also defeated a junior trainer. But why is such a strong trainer in the same school as him? She hasn't heard of it. He's the trainer who fought against Salamence. Just then a mature male voice sounded from behind Li Mengxue. Li Mengxue looked behind her, with surprise in her eyes. Dad, why are you back so early today? Li Mengxue looked at her father with some surprise. He should be at the gym at this time. Haha, isn't the college entrance examination coming up soon? No matter how busy I am, I can't neglect my precious daughter. Li Fei laughed and said that he had been so busy these days that he had somewhat neglected his daughter's feelings. Did you lose to him before? Li Fei asked Li Mengxue. A few days ago, he noticed that his daughter started to pay attention to Beedrill, which no one cared about. Plus the video circulating online today. Li Fei guessed that his daughter must have fought against him not long ago and lost. Yeah, I lost to him a few days ago. Just like in the video, Charmeleon didn't even hit Beedrill. Li Mengxue said truthfully. At first she only saw Beedrill kill Pidgeotto instantly, and thought that this Beedrill had high attack power. In the battle, only Beedrill's attack was reduced. But she didn't expect the Beedrill to be so fast. And the opponent's command ability is also outstanding, his reaction will be quick, and he will use his attacks to find Charmeleon's whereabouts in the smoke. This led to the worst defeat she had ever suffered in her life. During this time, she has been working hard to defeat this Beedrill. But now it seems that there is still a big gap between me and the other party. Li Fei nodded, not surprising. This Beedrill is ridiculously strong. It has strong dominance in the same level. Even Swellow, who was nearly 10 levels higher than him, lost. It is normal for his daughter to lose to him. Let's go. We haven't practiced together for a long time. Let's play a game together. Li Fei asked Li Mengxue to practice with him to warm up for the college entrance examination the day after tomorrow. Li Mengxue turned off her phone, picked up Charmeleon's Poké Ball and followed. The fact that he can stand out among his peers is closely related to his father's knowledge. But if she wants to go further, she still needs to keep working hard. Damn B ******* D. See how you explain this time. On the other side, Zhang Ling, who had just arrived home and hadn't even changed her clothes yet, saw the message sent to her by a colleague. His eyes were glaring at the phone. It was as if this phone was Chen Feng. How Chen Feng and Lu Shuyun had treated her perfunctorily before. She remembered it clearly. If the two of them had cooperated, the case would have been solved long ago. After leaving Chen Feng's house, Zhang Ling returned to the police station and specifically checked the information of Lu Shuyun and Chen Feng. From the information they found, things were not what she thought. Lu Shuyun did not come from Shanghai alone this time. Instead, he came with his assistant. If you want to have a private meeting with Chen Feng, there is no need to bring an assistant. And the surveillance video from the cafe showed that the two of them were very restrained and cautious when they met. It seemed like the first time we met. Unfortunately, the surveillance camera in the cafe only has images but no sound. I don't know what they talked about. From the surveillance footage in the coffee shop, Zhang Ling also discovered a suspicious point. That is, after the broadcast ended, there was a commotion in the cafe. Lu Shuyun's assistant seemed to be deliberately pushed out by the crowd. After leaving the cafe, the assistant followed the crowd without waiting for Lu Shuyun to come out. This aroused Zhang Ling's suspicion even more. As an assistant, why didn't he wait for Lu Shuyun to come out before leaving after his own safety was guaranteed? According to her understanding, assistant Lu Shuyun's salary is not low. Then the only possibility is that the target of Salamance's attack this time was not Chen Feng. But it's Lu Shuyun. After making this discovery, Zhang Ling immediately checked whether Lu Shuyun and her assistant were on their way to Shuangyang City. Pokémon registered when flying. A level 50 Sun Pokémon. This is the Pokémon they brought with them when they came to Shuangyang City. However, this Pokémon was not seen in the battle. The only explanation is that this Pokémon was being carried by her assistant. Her assistant betrayed Lu Shuyun. He even planned the Salamence attack. The case finally has some clues here. But they are both victims, so why don't they cooperate with her investigation? Zhang Ling never figured this out. In order to clarify this case, the next morning, she visited again. But she was dumbfounded. The other party had already left Shuangyang City and flew to the Magic City. The day after tomorrow is the National College entrance examination. I don't believe you will come. Zhang Ling stared at the phone and said viciously. If the monk can run away, can the temple also run away? Chapter 33. Invincible. The next day, in a residential area in Suzhou and Hangzhou. Be careful on the road and be polite when speaking to others. He was sitting in a wheelchair and arranging clothes for her husband Li Junhua. He gave Li Junhua instructions before he left. Don't worry, I know what to do. Li Junhua nodded in agreement. There was a look of doting in his eyes. Dad, come on. Li Junhua's daughter was also cheering for her father. Don't worry, study hard at home and try to get into an ideal university. Li Junhua looked at his daughter with a hint of guilt. Their daughter has been well behaved and sensible since she was young. She originally wanted to be a trainer. However, due to a change in his family, he took the initiative to study cultural subjects and gave up the path of becoming a trainer. After saying goodbye to my family, Li Junhua boarded the high-speed train to Shanghai. Fortunately, Suzhou and Hangzhou are relatively close to Shanghai. It only takes half an hour by high-speed rail. Otherwise, if you want to hold it at 2 o'clock this afternoon, you will have to spend money on a plane ticket. Looking at the scenery outside the high-speed rail, Li Junhua had a lot of thoughts. The other party is a new company. But the salary offered by the other party was very high. An annual salary of 3 million and management rights of the company. This salary is very high even in a large company. I have to say he was moved. If he could get this job, his wife's illness would have a chance to be cured. My daughter can also pursue her dreams again. So Li Junhua especially cherishes this opportunity to meet. But the company's conditions are also extremely harsh. Not only is the contract for 30 years, but a confidentiality agreement is also required. This condition is no different from selling oneself. If the other party hadn't offered too much, he wouldn't have wanted to accept such conditions. So this time Li Junhua went to negotiate terms with the other party with this purpose. Oriental Pearl Tower Battle Tower. He had been here when he was young. It seems that the other person is someone who likes Pokemon battles. After getting off the high-speed train, Li Junhua took a taxi directly to the Oriental Pearl Tower. Lost. Another junior trainer lost. Close black lens bracket. Too strong. This is the nth junior trainer challenger today. Closing square bracket. Open black lens bracket 7, the 7th. Close black lens bracket. It's so scary. It's really so scary. Closing square bracket. The primary trainer is no longer able to stop Chen Feng. Is it necessary to have an intermediate trainer? Closing square bracket. I think it's okay. Chen Feng has already admitted that the Beedrill that confronted Salamence before was this Beedrill. I would like to call this Beedrill a god. Closing square bracket. When he comes out, I will definitely ask him how to train a Beedrill. This training is too abnormal. Same question. Li Junhua had just stepped into the battle tower. Then I heard cheers coming from inside. Many people are staring at the same big screen. On the big screen, a handsome young man was seen commanding a Beedrill to defeat an intelligent ape. Is it really that serious? It's just winning a game. Is there a need to cheer so much? Li Junhua, who had just come in, didn't understand this. What's so good about a fight between young people? Is it necessary to cheer so much? Brother, you haven't been paying much attention to the reports recently. At this moment, a man next to Li Junhua heard Li Junhua's doubts and asked. Well, I've been quite busy lately, so I really haven't paid much attention to it. Li Junhua nodded. He has been busy looking for a job during this period and has no time to read any reports. No wonder you said that just now. The person next to Li Junhua suddenly realized. This person is not simple, he comes from the neighboring Anhui province. Look, the Pokemon is a Beedrill. I've defeated 7 junior professional trainers today using Beedrill. This morning, Chen Feng went to the battle tower for training as usual. As soon as I arrived at the door, I was interviewed by the media who smelled fishy. Now that it has been exposed, Chen Feng no longer hides it. He openly admitted that the Beedrill who had previously fought with Salamence was his. Up to now, he has defeated 7 junior trainers. Chen Feng couldn't remember how many other high school students there were who had no ratings like him. Anyway, he accepts everyone who comes. Let go and don't hide your strength. Those high school students who were matched with Chen Feng were basically killed instantly when they met Chen Feng. The battle tower had to modify the rules for Chen Feng. Adjust the match against Chen Feng to allow for public challenge. They had no other choice but this. Chen Feng is too special. He has the strength to rival a junior trainer, or even suppress that of a junior trainer. But he has no professional title. The key is that this product has strong battery life. If Chen Feng continues matching like this, those who have no rating will have no experience at all. 1,000 alliance coins in exchange for a chance to be killed instantly. No one would be happy about this. What can we do? Change the rules. After the rules were changed, the situation got better. Although the junior trainer couldn't beat Chen Feng. But at least there was a give and take, so I wasn't killed instantly. That's impossible. He looks like a freshman at most. Li Junhua looked unconvinced. This is too young. If Chen Feng looked 2 years older, he would still believe it. But he didn't believe this. Senior year, the person next to him said with envy. Others can already beat junior trainers at the age of 18. At the age of 18, I was still thinking about how to pass the national college entrance examination. The gap between people is so huge. Li Junhua, who was standing by, was even more speechless after hearing this. Wow, he's younger than I thought. Forget it, let's find an employer first. The employer is more important. Li Junhua picked up the phone and started calling Chen Feng. Just after Li Junhua finished the call, Chen Feng's phone on the screen rang. It can't be such a coincidence. Li Junhua answered the phone. Chen Feng's voice came not only from his mobile phone, but also from the big screen. My employer turned out to be a high school student. Chapter 34. Getting bigger and bigger. Looking at the young man in front of him, Li Junhua felt as if he had been deceived. The other party turned out to be a high school student. Mr. Chen, this is my resume. Li Junhua handed his resume to Chen Feng. Now that he was here, Li Junhua still didn't believe it. But I still plan to communicate with the other party. Chen Feng took Li Junhua's resume and flipped through it. There is not much content, and it is similar to what the headhunting company said. Li Junhua used to run a factory. Makes a living by processing and making Pokémon props. But since his wife fell ill, in order to treat her, he not only sold all his property, but also fell into debt. He has both management experience and R&D and production experience, which meets my ideal of a manager. Okay, I've read your resume. I don't have any questions. Is there anything you want to ask or no? Chen Feng closed the file and asked Li Junhua. Mr. Chen looks very young. I am not sure whether you are able to promise the treatment you promised. Li Junhua directly pointed out the doubts in his mind. To put it bluntly, the purpose of coming here is for money. But the other party is a high school student. He is not a well-known rich second generation. He was not sure whether the other party had the ability to fulfill his promise of an annual salary of 3 million. After hearing this, Chen Feng smiled slightly to show his understanding. Some things cannot be judged by age alone. As long as you agree to my request, I can pay you a year's salary to prove my ability. What? You mean you can pay me a year's salary first? Aren't you afraid that I'll take the money and run away? Li Junhua doubted whether he had heard it wrongly. 1 year's salary paid in advance. You should know that Chen Feng offered him an annual salary of 3 million. This is not a small amount of money. Some people may not be able to earn 3 million in their entire life. Being able to pay him a year's salary in advance requires courage not possessed by normal people. No, as a man who is willing to sell all his property for his wife, I don't think you will abandon your moral bottom line for a mere 3 million. Chen Feng smiled slightly. In addition to the other party's management experience and R&D experience, Chen Feng admired Li Junhua the most for selling his property to treat his wife's illness. You should never abandon your wife once you have married her. If Li Junhua had not treated his wife's illness, the company he relied on would still be living a comfortable life now. But he still decisively sold all his property. So Chen Feng believed that Li Junhua would not run away for 3 million. Thank you very much for your sentiments. I really need the money. But your 30-year contract makes me feel a little reluctant. Li Junhua was quite moved after hearing Chen Feng's statement. He didn't beat around the bush and directly expressed his concerns. The biggest problem that bothers him now is this 30-year indenture. As long as this problem is solved, no matter what project Chen Feng is working on, he will sign the contract immediately. This condition cannot be modified. All the company's research projects are secret projects. As the general manager of the company, no secrets will be hidden from you. 30 years is indeed like a contract to sell one's body. But Chen Feng was very firm about this. Whether it is Ultra Ball or other technological products in the future, they are all epic-making products. The technology of these things must never be leaked. After hearing this, Li Junhua frowned. He didn't expect the other party to be so determined. What kind of project is so secretive? May I ask what kind of project it is that requires such secrecy and such a long contract? Li Junhua asked curiously. The first item is Poké Ball. Chen Feng said truthfully. Poké Ball. Mr. Chen, with all due respect, the market for our country's independently developed Poké Balls is not booming. Li Junhua thought the other party was talking about some project. I didn't expect it to be a Poké Ball. As the former owner of a Pokémon item processing factory, Li Junhua is well aware of the status of the Poké Ball, which is independently developed in China, in the hearts of the Chinese people. When we first heard about the Poké Ball that was independently developed in China, everyone supported it. But in the end, it was discovered that the Poké Ball independently developed in China was completely unusable, and various problems arose after catching Pokémon for a month or two. Pokémon cannot be released and fling Pokémon does not respond. Finally, a Poké Ball that is acceptable in use appeared, just when everyone thought that the domestic Poké Ball industry was on the rise. I checked the patent. Wow. 90% are from across the ocean. Is this what you call independent domestic research and development? Over time, Chinese people became disappointed with domestic Poké Ball. I would rather pay a high price to buy imported ones than buy domestic Poké Balls. No, my Poké Ball is different. Chen Feng shook his finger and said. He certainly knows the status of Poké Ball in the hearts of Chinese people. But Ultra Ball is different. Let's not talk about the capture rate and performance of Ultra Ball. A space compression device alone can beat all Poké Balls currently on the market. In this world, all Poké Balls are the size of a fist. It cannot be zoomed in or out like in the anime. It is very inconvenient to carry. But the Ultra Ball's manufacturing process includes this technology. This one technique alone can beat all Poké Balls. Not to mention that Ultra Ball also has excellent capture rate and performance. Chen Feng believes that once Ultra Ball is promoted, it will usher in the rise of domestic Poké Ball. Mr. Chen, do you have a finished product? In Li Junhua's mind, all domestic Poké Balls look the same. But out of curiosity, I still wanted to see what the different Poké Ball that Chen Feng mentioned looked like. Chen Feng smiled. He reached into his backpack and took out an Ultra Ball that he had won in a lottery from the system space. Chen Feng brought a yellow and white Poké Ball the size of a ping pong ball onto the table. Li Junhua picked it up carefully and looked at it carefully. He had never seen such a small Poké Ball. But apart from the color and size, he didn't find any difference between this Poké Ball and other Poké Balls. Could it be that the difference he was talking about is the size? A thought popped into Li Junhua's mind. At this moment, Li Junhua touched a switch. Bang! The Poké Ball in my hand, which was the size of a ping pong ball just now, magically turned into the size of a fist. This. Li Junhua stared at the Poké Ball in his hand with eyes wide open in disbelief. He looked at Chen Feng again. It's gotten bigger. This Poké Ball has grown bigger. What kind of technology is this? Chapter 35. The old man's attention. So, is there anything you can do with this Poké Ball? Chen Feng asked calmly. It was as if Li Junhua's shock was within his expectations. Mr. Chen, no Mr. Chen, what kind of technology is this? Li Junhua was a little incoherent. He had never seen such amazing technology. As someone who has run a factory before, he is well aware of the value of this technology. Let's not talk about the Poké Ball issue. Just rent out this patented technology for a lifetime. No, you can't finish it in 10 lifetimes. This is a groundbreaking technology. Space compression technology. Technology can shrink or enlarge any object. Chen Feng explained. Anything. Li Junhua immediately saw the business opportunity. Mr. Chen, I think we can sign the contract. What you hear is not as good as what you see. From this Poké Ball, we can see that the space compression technology has become very mature. Not a half-finished product. Seeing this magical technology, Li Junhua has already thought of the future prospects of this company. Without worrying about the 30-year indenture, she decisively agreed to sign the contract with Chen Feng. A wise choice. Chen Feng looked at Li Junhua with appreciation. Then he took out the contract prepared for him by Lu Shuyun from his backpack and handed it to Li Junhua for Li Junhua to sign. Li Junhua took the contract and read it carefully. After finding no problems, I signed my name without hesitation. From this moment on, he is the young man's employee. Mr. Chen, how does this Poké Ball perform compared to other Poké Balls on the market? Li Junhua asked Chen Feng. I saw that Chen Feng really had a different Poké Ball. Li Junhua regained his confidence. As long as their Poké Ball skills are similar, combined with space compression technology, he believes that their Poké Balls will be a big hit. The performance is 1/3 higher than the Thunder Poké Ball produced by Thunder Corporation of the United States. Chen Feng spoke truthfully. The American Thunder Poké Ball is currently the best Poké Ball on the market. Its performance is almost the same as Great Ball. Based on the normal red and white Poké Ball, the capture rate of the red and white Poké Ball is 1. Then the Great Ball capture rate is 1.5. The capture rate of Ultra Ball is 2. It is 1/3 higher than Great Ball. What? 1/3 higher? Li Junhua couldn't help but exclaimed after hearing this. What does 1/3 mean? For example, to catch a Pokémon, you need 10 Poké Balls using Thunder Company's Thunder Poké Ball. But if they use their Poké Balls, only 3 are needed. You can save 7 Poké Balls at once. Li Junhua didn't expect that the Poké Ball Chen Feng took out was 1/3 more powerful than the best Poké Ball on the market. Mr. Chen, I am glad for the choice I just made. Li Junhua was very fortunate. Fortunately, I sat down and talked to the other party with the attitude of giving it a try. Otherwise you will really miss a great opportunity in your life. We will cooperate with each other. I also need you to manage the company for me. Chen Feng smiled slightly. After introducing Ultra Ball, Chen Feng discussed some company details with Li Junhua. The starting capital is 500 million. The company's headquarters is located in Shuangyang City. With their skills, they are welcomed by officials wherever they go. After the high school entrance examination, Li Junhua will take his family to Shuangyang City. After taking Li Junhua away, Chen Feng threw himself into the battle again. Is this person the Chen Feng? You seem to admire him very much. Battle Tower, Gan Fengyu's office. Besides Gan Fengyu, there was also an old man who looked quite old. He pointed at Chen Feng who was fighting on the big screen and asked. I've been the gym leader here for a few years. I'm not bragging, I've never seen anyone stronger than him among his peers. Gan Fengyu held his head with his arms, crossed his legs, and lay back on the sofa in the office with a smug look on his face. Their East China region finally has a rising star. And he discovered it. It's really amazing. This strength should be comparable to that of a mid-level trainer. The old man continued to watch the big screen and nodded. In the picture, Chen Feng is already very proficient in dealing with these junior trainers, and even has some suppressive power. Almost. He's improving very fast. Old man, why don't you just give him the junior trainer qualification? Gan Fengyu suggested. No, the rules cannot be violated. Let's follow the routine. The old man shook his head and refused. They open a back door for this person today and that person tomorrow. What prestige does the Pokémon Alliance still have? What a stubborn old man. Gan Fengyu made a casual complaint. Has his background been checked? Is it clean? The old man was still looking at Chen Feng on the big screen and continued to ask. Been observing for a while. He felt that this young man named Chen Feng was very talented and had very quick reactions. He is a natural trainer. If the background is clean, the Pokémon Alliance can train it. Within 5 years, you will become an elite trainer. In 10 years, you will become an elite trainer. It has already been investigated. Chen Feng, a student at number 11 middle school in Shuangyang City, Anhui Province. His parents died early, and he depended on his grandfather since he was a child. His grandfather also passed away not long ago. Now he's all alone. The background is very clean. But he seems to be involved in the struggle for property among the Liu family's direct descendants. Gan Fengyu lay on the sofa with his head tilted and said indifferently. When he gave the invitation letter to Chen Feng yesterday, he ordered someone to investigate Chen Feng's background. Getting involved in the struggle among the chaebol. Is this what's going on? The old man frowned. Obviously he heard something he didn't want to hear. In recent years, the Pokémon Alliance has been experiencing a talent shortage and a lack of successors, which is closely related to the chaebol. He didn't want to see such a seedling have anything to do with the chaebol. A few days ago, Chen Feng posted a thread on Pokémon Alliance, selling a method for evolving Phoebus into Melodic. In order to obtain this method, Lu Shuyun took his assistant to Shuangyang City to make a deal with Chen Feng. Lu Shuyun's brothers found out about this and hired Pokémon hunters to attack Lu Shuyun. At the time, Chen Feng was doing a deal with Lu Shuyun, and that's how Chen Feng got dragged into it. Gan Fengyu spread his hands and said. He can find all the posts Chen Feng posted on the forum by using his authority. He also felt sorry for Chen Feng. A good deal had ended in disaster. So that's how it is. The old man nodded thoughtfully. His face looked better now. I never thought that Pokémon scholars have been researching for so many years without being able to figure it out, but it was discovered by a teenager. The young are to be feared. Regarding Chen Feng's use of Melodic's evolutionary method to make transactions, the old man didn't suspect anything. After all, Pokémon trainers cost a lot of money. Well, keep an eye on him during this period of time and don't let him be taken away by those chaebol. When he comes to challenge you, tell me. I'm here to watch the game. If his performance satisfies me, I'll give him a big gift. The old man pondered for a moment and made arrangements for Gan Fengyu. Chen Feng's talent as a trainer is worthy of him doing so. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 36. Meeting Zhang Ling again. 2300 battle value. Cool. Another day of fighting. Now Chen Feng's combat value has soared to 2330 points. Beedrill's level has been raised to level 27. The speed of improvement is faster than ever before. Melodic is not bad either, his level has soared to level 20. The battle tower is a great place to level up. This trip to Shanghai was really fruitful. Chen Feng, Houndour and Zubat are ready for you. Just then, Lu Shuyun walked up to Chen Feng carrying 2 metal boxes. Open the box. There are 10 Poké Balls in each of the 2 boxes. Inside were the Houndour and Zubat that Chen Feng had asked her to buy. Thanks for your hard work. Chen Feng thanked Lu Shuyun. The person in charge of the company has been found. As of today, the rockets are only one person short of completing the mission. Now their new Pokémon are ready. All the preliminary work has been prepared. Why are you being so polite to me? Besides, you bought all these with your own money. It cost a total of 80 million to buy these Pokémon. The remaining 910 million is in this card. Lu Shuyun rolled his eyes at Chen Feng and stuffed a bank card into his hand. After the college entrance examination, will you still come to the Magic City? Lu Shuyun lifted the hair behind her ear and continued to ask Chen Feng. The person in charge of the company has been found and he won't be here in the short term. Chen Feng replied. The original plan was to come here to gain experience after the college entrance examination. But now it has come ahead of schedule. There is no need to come again after the college entrance examination. The establishment of the company and the training of the Rockets team. Can't live without him. Beedrill and Melodic also need to consolidate their capabilities. He has a busy time this holiday. Although Lu Shuyun felt a little disappointed, she was still quite understanding. It was indeed quite busy when I just started my business. No words were spoken that night. The next morning, Chen Feng sent out 2 boxes of Pokémon via express delivery. Then he flew back to Shuangyang City. Tomorrow is the National College entrance examination. It will be too late if you don't go back now. Half an hour later, Chen Feng got off the plane safely. After getting off the plane, Chen Feng stretched lazily. The frequent battles in the past 2 days have exhausted him greatly. I almost fell asleep on the plane just now. Chen Feng. Just then a familiar female voice sounded behind Chen Feng. Hearing this voice, Chen Feng secretly said that something was wrong. Why is this woman here? You're not waiting for me here. Chen Feng turned around. I saw an investigator in uniform walking towards Chen Feng. This person is none other than this. It was Zhang Ling who had been thinking about Chen Feng for a long time. After learning that Chen Feng admitted that the Beedrill who was fighting with Salamence was his, Zhang Ling ordered people to go to the high-speed railway station in Shuangyang City to wait for Chen Feng to come back. She went to the airport in person to wait for Chen Feng. Tomorrow is the National College entrance examination. She just didn't believe that Chen Feng would stay in Mo and never come back. She finally got what she was waiting for. Officer Zhang, what a coincidence. Chen Feng scratched his head awkwardly. Haha, that's not a coincidence at all. Zhang Ling sneered twice and said through gritted teeth. I'm waiting for him here specifically. Let's chat over there. Zhang Ling gestured to Chen Feng to go with her to the cafe at the airport to chat. Then let's talk. Chen Feng spread his hands. I was caught red-handed and had no way to refuse. Why didn't you cooperate with me in the first place? Just sat down and didn't even order coffee. Zhang Ling began to interrogate Chen Feng. I don't dare to cooperate. Chen Feng said truthfully. Don't dare. Is our investigation bureau so terrible? Zhang Ling glared at Chen Feng. I don't know what this means. Is this a lack of trust in our investigation bureau? As the deputy captain of the investigation bureau, it is her dereliction of duty if the citizens do not trust their investigation bureau. Yes, it's terrible. The other party can even bribe Lu Shuyun's helpers. I'm worried that they will also bribe the people in your investigation bureau. Chen Feng said truthfully. The reason they didn't cooperate with Zhang Ling at the beginning was that they were worried that the other party would bribe the people in their investigation bureau. There is nothing a man who can use Salamence as a chess piece can't do. Impossible. I swear as the deputy captain of the investigation bureau that no one in our bureau can be bribed. Zhang Ling glared at Chen Feng. This guy is just here to s me off. They had treated me perfunctorily before, and this time they humiliated the investigation bureau. Officer Zhang, don't be so confident. Nothing is impossible with money. Chen Feng spread his hands and ignored Zhang Ling's anger. After hearing this, Zhang Ling remained silent for a long time. As an investigator, she has seen many people betray their friends and relatives for money. Money is like a devil, constantly tempting people's hearts. Who was the murderer who attacked you? Zhang Ling asked in a low voice. His attitude improved a lot, but at the same time his face looked a little more disappointed. Lu Shuyun's brother. But there is no hard evidence. By now, Lu Shuyun has returned to the Magic City safely. Not only did he get the money, he also got a CEO girlfriend for free. Chen Feng had nothing to hide from Zhang Ling. Fighting among the rich. Who knew that when Zhang Ling heard this, his eyes immediately burned with curiosity about the gossip. I developed a strong curiosity about this matter. Officer Zhang, if there's nothing else, I'll go back first. I still have to review for tomorrow's college entrance examination. Seeing this, Chen Feng said goodbye to Zhang Ling. Wait a moment, I have one last question. See, Chen Feng is about to leave. Zhang Ling quickly stopped Chen Feng. She had one last question in her mind. Officer Zhang, if you have any other questions, please tell me. I will answer them all. Chen Feng stopped helplessly, with some impatience in his tone. Hearing Chen Feng's words, Zhang Ling remembered that Chen Feng said the same thing last time. You must cooperate, but in the end all your words are just perfunctory. Zhang Ling controlled his emotions. His chest heaving as he asked, how did you command my mighty general at that time? Zhang Ling has always been brooding over this matter. Want to find out how Chen Feng commands her Arcanine. What Arcanine? It has nothing to do with me. I'm leaving first, bye. When Chen Feng heard Zhang Ling ask this, he quickly fled. The secret of Evergreen's power must never be revealed. Hole. Looking at Chen Feng's fleeing back, Zhang Ling stomped the stomping tantrum unwillingly. This D is just being perfunctory again. If only she could understand what the mighty general said. Chapter 37. Crisis. Dark and wet streets. Rattata keeps shuttling back and forth between the sewers. Muck could be vaguely seen wriggling in the sewage. Shiguang Street, an abandoned street in Shuangyang City. The hot summer adds a strong stench to the street. After saying goodbye to Zhang Ling, Chen Feng immediately took a taxi back here. Although it's broken here, but it was his home. Zhaofeng. Just as Chen Feng stepped into the street, the old lady next door suddenly opened the door and greeted Chen Feng. What's wrong, Grandma Chen? Chen Feng walked to Grandma Chen next door and asked curiously. I don't know what Grandma Chen wants to talk to him about. Zhaofeng, where have you been these days? Did you offend someone? I've noticed that there's always a mysterious man in black hanging around your door recently. After hearing this, Chen Feng fell into deep thought. The mysterious man in black clothes. He had to remember that he had come into contact with the mysterious man in black clothes. Could it be him? Chen Feng suddenly remembered that Salamence's trainer had not been caught yet. Could it be that the other party is Salamence's trainer? There is a high possibility that you are being targeted by the other party. Chen Feng began to become alert. Hold Beedrill's Poké Ball in your hand. Just in case, if you encounter any problems, you will still be able to fight. I'll be careful, Granny Chen. Also, stay away from the kid from old Zhang's family. I think he's been acting mysterious lately. He doesn't even deliver takeout anymore. I don't know what he does every day. You are the best kid on our street, don't learn from them. Grandma Chen instructed Chen Feng in a tone of educating a younger generation. Don't worry, Grandma Chen, it's okay. Although Chen Feng said this, he was still a little shocked in his heart. I didn't expect that Grandma Chen is still so observant even though she is old. Others don't know what Zhang Shuiwei is doing, but he knows it very well. Saying goodbye to Grandma Chen, Chen Feng quietly held Beedrill's Poké Ball in his hand with caution. Walk towards your residence step by step. Crack. Just as the key opened the door of the room, a cold breath quickly attacked Chen Feng. Chen Feng was startled and quickly rolled over to avoid the attack, while releasing Beedrill. Sizzle. The freezing light passed through Chen Feng and hit the electric pole behind him. Freeze the entire telephone pole into an icicle. What a strong freezing power. Looking at the telephone pole behind me that was frozen into icicles. Chen Feng broke out in a cold sweat on his back. Fortunately, Grandma Chen reminded him and made him alert. Otherwise, this will be your fate like an icicle. Snap, snap, snap. Several rounds of applause slowly spread out from the room. Seeing that the attack did not work, a bearded man wearing a black windbreaker walked out of Chen Feng's room while clapping. This person was none other than the mysterious man that Grandma Chen had mentioned. There was also a Weavile following him. The freezing ray that just attacked Chen Feng was released by this Weavile. Pokémon. Weavile. Ability. Oppression. When the opponent releases a move, the physical strength consumption is doubled. Attribute. Evil, Ice. Level. 46. Gender. Male. Moves. Ice Shard, Assurance, Icy Wind, Freeze Ray, Dark Pulse, Agility. Look at the other party's Weavile information. Chen Feng's heart sank and his expression became serious. A high level of 46. Ice plus Evil. And it's Weavile who excels at speed. It can be said that Beedrill restrains him in all aspects. I'm afraid this battle won't be so easy. As expected of someone who challenges higher level players in the battle tower. The reaction is quick, although the man in the windbreaker praised Chen Feng. But there was a hint of disdain and sarcasm on his face. Who are you? Chen Feng stared at the other party cautiously and questioned. Who I am? Ha ha ha, little brat, have you forgotten so quickly? You defeated my Salamence. The more the man in the windbreaker spoke, the more excited he became. His eyes were bloodshot with anger. He roared at Chen Feng with his eyes wide open. It was this little devil who ruined his plan. Otherwise, I would have taken the money and gone out to live a carefree life. Now not only has the plan failed, Salamence also got involved. It's all because of this little brat. Haha, it turns out that you are the defeated general. Chen Feng chuckled, mocking the other party. Even if he is at a disadvantage, his aura cannot be weaker than that of the opponent. Confidence is the pinnacle. Damn little devil. Today I will let you have a taste of my power. Weavile, use quick attack on him. The man in the windbreaker was completely enraged by Chen Feng. If it weren't for that nosy Arcanine, even without his own command, his Salamence can also defeat the opponent's Beedrill. He was so angry that he just wanted to tear Chen Feng to pieces. Following the command of the man in windbreaker, Weavile seemed to turn into a ray of light and quickly attacked Chen Feng. The speed was so fast that even Beedrill couldn't block it for Chen Feng. So fast. A thought just flashed through Chen Feng's mind. Ah, Chen Feng's waist was arched and he let out a painful growl. His body was like a cannonball, and was knocked dozens of meters away by Weavile. Fell heavily to the ground. Buzz. Little wind. Beedrill flapped its wings and came to Chen Feng with a look of remorse on his face. The Weavile just now was too fast. So fast that he couldn't react. Otherwise, the opponent would definitely not be able to attack Chen Feng. Ahem, I'm fine. After a moment, Chen Feng slowly got up from the ground and wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. At this time, the clothes on his body were worn out by the ground and had holes in them, exposing the bloody flesh inside. Beedrill can't really be blamed for this. The opponent's Weavile is incredibly fast. Even though Weavile is 20 levels higher than Beedrill, it shouldn't be this fast. Are you wondering why my Weavile is so fast? Seeing Chen Feng's embarrassed look, Windbreaker laughed wildly. You didn't expect that. Even before you came, I had Weavile use agility to stack speed. The speed you, Beedrill, are so proud of is nothing compared to my Weavile. The man in the windbreaker laughed triumphantly. He accidentally came across Chen Feng's video. It was discovered that the speed of Chen Feng's Beedrill was astonishingly fast. Even Weavile, who excels at speed, cannot guarantee victory. To be on the safe side, he always stayed in Chen Feng's room and observed the situation outside. After seeing Chen Feng coming back, he released Weavile and let Weavile use agility to stack its own speed before the battle. Unless the opponent can also increase his speed like him. Otherwise, Weavile is unbeatable in terms of speed. Chapter 38. Mission completed. It's actually like this. Chen Feng suddenly realized, no wonder the opponent's Weavile was so astonishingly fast. It turns out that the speed was increased to the maximum in advance. It's not easy to deal with. Chen Feng had a blank expression on his face and stared at the other person vigilantly. In front of this Weavile, his Beedrill would have to increase its speed to the maximum. I'm afraid I have no chance of winning. Beedrill is a different Pokemon than Onix in terms of speed. Onix is slow, but he has high defense. You can defend and wait for the attack. But Beedrill can't. Simply put, Beedrill is a squishy assassin. Being hit once would be a fatal blow to him. Beedrill, find an opportunity to use agility to increase the speed. Chen Feng whispered to Beedrill. Only the speed of Beedrill was increased. He has a chance of winning. Buzz. Understand Zhaofeng. Beedrill fluttered his wings and nodded. Go to hell, little devil. Weavile, use assurance now and finish him off. The man in the windbreaker smiled cruelly as he directed Weavile to launch a second attack on Chen Feng. He wanted to end Chen Feng's life. Nura. Weavile showed its sharp claws and attacked Chen Feng at a rapid speed. Beedrill, use aerial ace. After receiving Chen Feng's command, Beedrill immediately flapped its wings. It drew an arc in midair and passed over Weavile's body. He went around Weavile's back, raised his double guns, and attacked Weavile's back. At the same time, Chen Feng assisted in the dim environment, quietly took out Melodic, released it and hid it next to the trash can. Ha ha ha, you fell into my trap. Beedrill is seen attacking Weavile. The man in the windbreaker laughed triumphantly. He was waiting for Beedrill to approach. As long as he gets rid of this Beedrill, there will only be one Melodic left, which he can do to him at will. The man in the windbreaker raised the corner of his mouth and smiled cruelly. Weavile, use Icy Wind. Following the command of the man in windbreaker. Weavile suddenly turned his head, and cold air spurted out of his mouth. Not good. Beedrill, use Double Team. Seeing this scene, Chen Feng shouted that something was wrong. Icy Wind is not very powerful though. But the cold air is mixed with countless tiny ice shards, which will reduce Beedrill's speed to the greatest extent. My combat experience is too little compared to the other side. Received Chen Feng's command. Beedrill immediately transformed into dozens of double teams to avoid Icy Wind. But the distance is too close. Plus, it happened very suddenly. Beedrill's body was unable to move in time, and was hit on the wings by the Icy Wind, falling to the ground. Ha ha ha, your Beedrill is useless. Seeing that Beedrill's wing was injured, the man in the windbreaker laughed triumphantly. Although it's a little different from what I imagined. But the result is still the same. Beedrill without wings is like a tiger without teeth. There is no threat at all. Assurance. Deal with him. The man in the windbreaker decided not to give Chen Feng any chance and took the opportunity to deal with his Beedrill. Weavile raised his sharp claws and dealt Beedrill the final blow. At this moment, a growl full of enchanting power sounded. Weavile's body suddenly stiffened and the attack came to an abrupt end. There was a trace of pain on his face. When is this? Something unexpected happened. The man in the windbreaker looked at Melodic, who suddenly appeared with a look of shock. When was he released? When did Melodic take command? Why haven't I discovered it yet? If he was afraid of Beedrill's speed and attack before. So now he is afraid of Chen Feng. Fear of Chen Feng's methods. He was totally unaware of Melodic's appearance and his recent command. This child cannot be kept. Of course the man in the windbreaker couldn't detect that Chen Feng was giving orders. Just now, Chen Feng directed Melodic to attack through telepathy. This is how Beedrill was saved. Now, Beedrill, use Twineedle. While Weavile was distracted, Chen Feng immediately ordered Beedrill to attack Weavile. Buzz. Hearing Chen Feng's command, Beedrill, who was lying on the ground, had a gleam of light in his eyes. He raised his two guns high, leapt hard, and attacked Weavile. Get out of the way. Seeing this, the man in the windbreaker became anxious and quickly called Weavile, asking Weavile smelling salts to come over. Nura. Weavile just reacted, but it was too late. Beedrill's twin guns were approaching Weavile. Nura. A sound of Weavile's miserable cry rang out. Weavile was shot in the chin by Beedrill and flew into the air. Fell heavily to the ground. It worked. Seeing this scene, Chen Feng couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. With Beedrill's exclusive ability, plus it hit Weavile's vital point. This attack may not be able to kill Weavile instantly. Good job, Beedrill. Beedrill flapped his injured wings and flew back to Chen Feng. While praising Beedrill, Chen Feng quietly used the power of Changpan to heal Beedrill with his palm. Nura. Weavile slowly stood up from the ground. His eyes were filled with anger as he glared at Beedrill. You haven't lost your fighting ability. Chen Feng's face turned serious. This was the strongest trainer he had ever encountered. And a trainer who would kill him. Little devil, you have completely d me off. Nura. Weavile, let him try our wrath, quick attack. Nura. The windbreaker man's voice just fell. Weavile turned into a beam of light and attacked Beedrill at lightning speed. Melodic, use disarming voice. Beedrill uses poison barb. The charming growl came out of Melodic's mouth again. Like a rainstorm, Karen's needles and Normal's poison barb all shot towards Weavile, trying to stop Weavile from approaching. Weavile didn't dodge at all. Endure the pain brought by disarming voice and bear Beedrill's poison barb. He came to Chen Feng and showed his sharp claws. Bang! 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 3 tones. Chen Feng, Melodic, and Beedrill were all hit by Weavile and fell on the ground dozens of meters away. At this moment, there was not a single good thing about Chen Feng's body. The blood flowed slowly from the forehead to the corners of the eyes. Are you going to die? Listening to the footsteps of the other party approaching step by step, Chen Feng lay on the ground and looked up at the blue soaring in the sky. A feeling of despair enveloped Chen Feng's heart. Melodic lost his fighting ability. Although Beedrill did not lose his combat capability, he was seriously injured. There was no turning point. I can't bear to die like this. I won't give up. Chen Feng roared to the sky, venting his unwillingness. Chen Feng endured the severe pain from his body. Slowly get up from the ground. It's not easy to travel through time and finally come to the world I like. He was unwilling to die like this. Even if he was going to die, he would bite off a piece of the other person's flesh. Ding! The mission is to create Team Rocket and recruit 10 Team Rocket members. The current mission is 10 out of 10. Ding! You have completed the task of establishing Team Rocket and recruiting 10 Team Rocket members. Ding! The mission reward, Mage Bracelet and Key have been sent to the system backpack. Please select the Mega Evolution Stone of your choice. Chapter 39. Mega Evolution. Hear the voices in your head. Chen Feng was suddenly stunned. There is always a way out when you are at the end of your rope. Zhang Shuiwei, I love you so much. He never expected that Zhang Shuiwei would recruit 10 members of the Rockets for him at this critical moment. Completed the tasks assigned by the system. Densely packed Mega Evolution Stones of different types came into Chen Feng's eyes. Let Chen Feng make the choice. Beedrill Mega Evolution Stone. I choose Beedrill Mega Evolution Stone. Chen Feng chose the Beedrill Mega Evolution Stone without even thinking about it. Now he only has Beedrill in his hand to Mega Evolution. Any other choice will not solve the current crisis. Ding! Beedrill Mega Evolution Stone has been issued, please check it yourself. Ding! Mission activated. Train 10 or recruit 10 junior trainers. Mission reward. Summon a Team Rocket executive. Ding! The Battle Mall system is activated. The host can consume battle points to purchase mall items. As soon as Chen Feng finished speaking, dozens of system voices sounded in Chen Feng's mind. But Chen Feng didn't pay too much attention to it. The most urgent task is to defeat the man in the windbreaker and resolve the current crisis. Chen Feng immediately took out the Mage Bracelet, Key and Beedrill Mega Evolution Stone from the system backpack. Ha 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 ha. Looking at the 3 things that appeared in his hands, Chen Fengqing couldn't help but laugh. These 3 things will be the capital for his turnaround. The man in the windbreaker walked towards Chen Feng step by step. There was a look of sarcasm on his face. A genius is about to be defeated in his hands. At this moment, the man in the windbreaker suddenly saw Chen Feng and laughed softly. The man in the windbreaker suddenly stopped. What are you laughing at? The man in the windbreaker questioned Chen Feng in confusion. He didn't understand what was so funny about a dying man. Haha, I'm laughing. I'm laughing at you. Chen Feng raised his blood-stained head and looked up at the man in the windbreaker. Laugh at me? The man in the windbreaker asked doubtfully. Haha, haha, that's right. Don't you want to know why Lu Shuyun came to Shuangyang City? Chen Feng laughed dryly and continued. He wants to use this to distract the windbreaker man's attention and give the Mega Evolution Stone to Beedrill, so that he can complete the Mega Evolution. After hearing this, the man in the windbreaker became interested, just as Chen Feng had expected. Yes, why would Lu Shuyun suddenly come to Shuangyang City to find him? Little ghost, what does Lu Shuyun want you to do? The man in the windbreaker questioned Chen Feng with a fierce look on his face. I want to tell you, can you let me go? Chen Feng pretended to look pitiful, without any trace of the confidence he had at the beginning. Ha ha ha, little brat, where did you first power trip? After hearing this, the masked man laughed triumphantly. In his opinion, this is the most direct manifestation of human fear of death. As long as there is a glimmer of hope, I will strive for it. His favorite thing to do is to give people a glimmer of hope and then extinguish that hope in front of them. Make the other party completely despair. Little devil, that depends on whether what you say satisfies me or not. The man in the windbreaker said arrogantly. No matter whether what Chen Feng said satisfied him or not, he had no intention of letting Chen Feng live. This boy is so scary. Letting him live would be like letting a tiger return to the mountains. Because of this, Chen Feng took out a stone that the man in the windbreaker had never seen before. Little devil, are you trying to trick me with a broken stone? Seeing the Mega Evolution stone in Chen Feng's hand, the man in the windbreaker thought Chen Feng was playing a trick on him. There was no way Lu Shuyun could possibly come here in person just for this stone. But Chen Feng did not answer his question. Instead, he said slowly, you should be thankful that you are the first person in the world to see this kind of power. What? The man in the windbreaker was suddenly stunned and didn't react to what Chen Feng had just said. Chen Feng suddenly threw the Mega Evolution stone in his hand towards Beedrill with all his strength. Beedrill, let's transcend evolution together. Just when Beedrill touched the Mega Evolution stone, a dazzling light burst out from Beedrill. The light directly enveloped the entire Beedrill. What is this? The man in the windbreaker looked at the scene in horror. I couldn't help but take a few steps back. A look of disbelief. If he remembered correctly, the light emanating from Beedrill is the light of evolution. Beedrill has evolved again. What on earth was that thing he just gave Beedrill that could actually allow Beedrill to evolve again? That little devil didn't lie to me. Lu Shuyun really came here for this stone. If I get it, will it also allow my Weavile to evolve again? The man in the windbreaker looked at Chen Feng greedily. Weavile, kill him now. The man in the windbreaker wants to get rid of Chen Feng and seize the Mega Evolution stone before Beedrill completes his evolution. Nula Nula. Weavile waved its claws, jumped splash and slashed at Chen Feng quickly. Just as the sharp claws were about to attack Chen Feng's neck. Clang. Weavile's attack stopped abruptly, unable to move forward at all. A Pokémon that looked very similar to Beedrill stood in front of Weavile. Block Weavile's attack for Chen Feng. It was Beedrill who had just completed Mega Evolution. At this critical moment, Beedrill completed Mega Evolution, shaking the 3 pairs of wings behind him. He blocked Weavile's attack for Chen Feng at an unprecedented speed. Compare with Beedrill. Mega Beedrill's body is no longer directly connected together, and Black's connecting parts grow separately in 3 parts of the body. The antennae on the head become shorter and extend a long way behind the head, the mouth becomes more pointed, and the eyes become longer. The tail becomes tapered with 2 tapered grooves in front. The tail points forward as a whole, and the poison barb at the end is also longer. Poison Barb's hands grew parts similar to Lance Guard's, and her feet also turned into Twineedle with black and yellow stripes. There are 3 pairs of wings on the back for flying. Pokémon. Giovanni's Beedrill, Mega Evolution Mode. Attribute. Poison, Insect. Level. 26. Ability. Deadly Bee Sting exclusive after appearing. The first attack damage is 1.5 times, the second attack damage is 1.4 times, the third attack damage is 1.3 times, and the fourth and subsequent attacks are 1.2 times. Adaptability. The effect of the attribute's consistent bonus is increased from the original 50% to 100% of the attack power. Species Strength. Physical Strength. 105, Physical Attack. 270, Physical Defense. 60, Special Attack. 6, Special Defense. 30, Speed 244. Jiaoshi. Twineedle Ideographic, Fury Attack Ideographic, Rage Ideographic, Poison Barb Ideographic, Agility Ideographic, Double Team Ideographic, Aerial Ace Ideographic, Fell Stinger. Look at Mega Beedrill's information. Chen Feng felt an unprecedented sense of security. The species strength of physical attack and species strength of speed are both increased by 75 points. The total species strength even reached 715, surpassing the so-called first-level gods. Chapter 40. The battle is over. Beedrill, let's start fighting back. Fell Stinger. Chen Feng endured the pain in his body and commanded Beedrill. Blow the clarion call for counterattack. Now, every time he moved, countless wounds on his body would be affected. It feels like a normal knife cut. Cha. Got it, Zhaofeng. As soon as Chen Feng finished speaking, Beedrill nodded. The double guns on both arms and both feet glowed white. A shot to pick open Weavile's claws. Another shot went straight to Weavile. The sharp stinger penetrated Weavile's chest. Inject toxins into its body. Then there was a loud bang. Weavile was sent flying by Mega Beedrill's feet like a cannonball. It hit the electric pole behind. Lose combat effectiveness. If no one treats it, the Weavile will die from Beedrill's poison soon. The situation on the scene turned around in an instant. Ding, your Beedrill defeated the level 46 Weavile and gained 3,460 experience points. Ding, you gained 70 combat value points, and the current combat value is 2,400. What kind of monster is this? The man in the windbreaker looked at the scene in horror. He didn't even see how the Beedrill got past. Weavile lost his fighting ability. He had no means of attack left. Fear filled his heart. Retreating step by step. But how could Chen Feng let him go? The secret of Mega Evolution cannot be revealed. At least it can't be announced now. And the man in the windbreaker is the only one who has seen Mega Evolution. So the man in the windbreaker must die. Kill him, Beedrill. Chen Feng gave an order. Accompanied by Chen Feng's command. Beedrill disappeared from the spot in an instant. That's right, it disappeared. The speed was so fast that Beedrill could not be captured by the human eye. When Beedrill appears again, already came to the side of the man in the windbreaker. Well, the man in the windbreaker's pupils constricted and he lowered his head and slowly looked at his abdomen. I saw a Beedrill stinger piercing his abdomen. Inject toxins into his body. Plop. In less than 3 seconds, the man in the windbreaker fell to the ground and died from Beedrill's poison. Call. Watching the man in the windbreaker fall down. Chen Feng leaned against the wall, his face pale and breathing heavily. Using the last bit of his strength, he slowly pulled his cell phone out of his pocket and called the police. Hello, this is Shuangyang City Investigation Bureau. What trouble are you in? A female voice came from the phone. Liming Street. As soon as Chen Feng finished saying this word, his mind suddenly went blank, and he fainted on the ground due to exhaustion and loss of will. After Beedrill degenerated, his eyes became swollen, he lost his fighting ability and fell to the ground. On the entire street, only Chen Feng's cell phone was constantly emitting the voice of the Investigation Bureau operator. Shuangyang City Investigation Bureau Telephone Service Team. Xiao Lu, what's going on over there? The head of the call center team immediately noticed something unusual on Lu Yi's side and asked quickly. Team leader, we just received a call from a man. He only said 3 words, Liming Street, and then there was no more sound. Lu Yi said truthfully, although their group is not in any danger. But the responsibility they bear is not great at all. They take any call to the police seriously. Behind every phone call may be a life. Don Street, has the other party hung up now? The head of the telephone team continued to ask. No, the phone has been ringing all the time, but no one is talking. Team leader, I guess the other party may have encountered some trouble, which is why no one is talking. Like fainting or something, Lu Yi analyzed. They have received many calls and have encountered this situation before. Yes, what you said makes sense. Whoever is in charge of Liming Street, call him and have him come over immediately. The call center team leader immediately began to arrange people to check the situation. Well, team leader, there is no dedicated investigator in Don Street. If an accident occurs, whoever is free will go. Lu Yi said weakly. Liming Street is a city abandoned by Shuangyang City, and it doesn't even have investigators. When someone calls the police, whoever is free will handle it. I had forgotten about it. Whoever is free in the bureau should go there. The head of the telephone operations team slapped his forehead. Once he got busy, he forgot about it. In the investigation bureau right now, only Captain Zhang has just returned, and everyone else is not here. Team Zhang, forget it, I'll tell Captain Zhang myself. Upon hearing that it was Zhang Ling who was there, the head of the telephone operations team decided to convey the message to Zhang Ling personally. Okay, I understand, I'll go now. After receiving the call, Zhang Ling didn't even have time to eat lunch. He immediately put on his helmet and rode his motorcycle to Liming Street. It can't be related to that B******************. Zhang Ling, who was riding on a cavalry, couldn't help but think of Chen Feng when he mentioned Liming Street. Half an hour later, Zhang Ling arrived at the intersection of Liming Street, stopped his cavalry, and released the wind hound. Walked towards Don Street step by step. The dim streets made her feel a little uncomfortable. I just walked a short distance. Woof, woof, woof. The mighty general suddenly started barking and ran forward. Seeing something was wrong, Zhang Ling followed closely. A moment later, Zhang Ling arrived at the destination under the guidance of Arcanine. Ru Mu Bian Shi Pian de Lang Ji. Blood on the ground. Frozen electric poles. Melodic, Beedrill, and Weavile each fell in different positions. And that B************ D. Chen Feng was also lying against the wall, and no one knew whether he was dead or alive. Everything here is explained. There was a fierce battle here not long ago. I knew it had something to do with this B************************. D. Although Zhang Ling said this, he was still a little worried about Chen Feng in his heart. He hurried over to check on Chen Feng's injuries. When Zhang Ling arrived next to Chen Feng, he took a breath of cold air. There was no intact part of Chen Feng's body. His entire body was covered with wounds. The clothes on his body had already been soaked in blood. And there are those 3 shocking claw marks. It's hard to imagine what he went through in the battle just now. Zhang Ling checked Chen Feng's breath and found that Chen Feng was just unconscious due to excessive blood loss. He felt relieved. Thank you for watching. Continue exploring the fascinating world of Chinese novels with us. Hit that subscribe button on Chinese Novel Audiobook to stay updated with our latest stories, and never miss out on a great listen.